without further ado, then, let's get this fun show on the road.
Woohoo!
Show road. Boat road. I don't know.
Our band of adventurers had recently returned to the city of Exeter, now under lockdown for some unknown reason, after their recent journey out to the beaches in a hunting task. Upon their return to the lockdown, they ended up running across another plane hunters group, albeit briefly. And from information from Gil, who is the assistant host of the Plane Hunters Guild, you were informed that the city had been placed under lockdown with a curfew. Deciding to get any last-minute business done before one of the other plane hunters, Young, heads on his way to Platinum Hold, you decide to head towards the Shadow Hills to confront the Shadow Drake Morak in order to gain information about this she, a section in a book that you had received, or obtained, I should say, in Pterodon's Crossing. As you made your way through the area to the Shadow Hills, you were set upon by a group of Knoll hunters, where, after being caught on the back foot, you were able to quickly turn the tide and beat back these opponents. You then finished your rest for the day and awoke to the new morrow. As you all wake up, you are greeted with a strong wind that is carrying from the north. Looking in the direction of the wind, you can see, still covered in heavy clouds, the Shadow Hills. From the distance, you can see a dark haze as rain lashes the hills, and occasionally you see a telltale flash of lightning and the rumble of thunder. You aren't sure how long it's been raining for, but going by the attack, it looks like this started sometime during the night. So, with you all rested up, what do you all do?
Kind of almost want to say, I want to start making snow by freezing the air.
You mean it's not snowing already?
No,
raining, right?
It is. It's not raining where you are. The Shadow Hills are about 3 to 4 miles away, and that's where the rain is. You are currently under a cloudy sky, but the clouds aren't as dark.
Weaponize the rain. Finesse the rain. Weaponize it.
Alright, I guess we'll get up and go ahead and have breakfast, whatever. Should I make a speech? Boy.
Just make a beach.
Speech.
This is a part where everyone asks speeches.
We asked
Yeah,
for
right?
a speech, but it's not the one that we really want.
This is literally the one occasion where they haven't begged you for a speech.
Right?
Remember us begging
Every
for
other time
last
it's like,
question?
give a speech, give us our hit points, you greedy bastards. Alright, yeah, while we're having breakfast, I guess I'll go ahead and give a speech of how we're going to find the dragon, get this book translated, and hopefully not die and or anger him. And I'll kind of side-eye Fortune and Gratian and Trostnar, just like, I don't trust you all.
1 sec. I'm just gonna do a roll for Trofnar to see. He doesn't see the sideway glance.
You're not asking me to seduce the dragon, right? Should ask that out of character. I don't know. I should ask that out of character because that was out of.
I'm not saying anything.
Alright, and since I can only give it to 6 people, Neri does not get hit points.
Okay.
Because she's a barbarian.
Neri
fine,
is
I
not paying attention to the speech. You can just see that she appeared to have gone to where the corpses of the gnolls were and just, like, has ripped off one of the legs and is just biting on the thigh bone, just like. Ah.
I would say mechanics wise, she really doesn't need it. She has more HP than us, takes half the damage, and I buff her with haste a lot. She doesn't get hit often, anyways.
Yeah. So everyone was listening but Neri. You've got Trough Knowledge sheet, Peach, so I'll leave you to do that fun time.
I shall add it.
It was 9, right?
Yep.
Okay, I still have it here. I haven't been hit in the last, 2 or 3 sessions, actually.
Is your cam on, Tom?
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's just not loading for me. Okay.
Yeah, just try a quick refresh. That usually fixes it for me.
Yeah, I did that. Oh, my connection to the server has been interrupted. Yay,
That-
roll 20.
That would explain it.
Indeed.
Okay. Technical issues. Please stand by.
We really need to spend some more time translating the journal to use the technical stasis. It might actually be useful one day.
Alright. So the speech finishes. Everyone but Neri, who's currently still just biting down on some firebone. You finish your speech, you gain the temporary health, and your meal also finishes as well. So, what is it that you do at this point?
Well, first I'm trying to load. Oh, well, the
Wanna
music is playing. That's good.
Yeah, that's
You wanna
a
build
good
a
start.
snowman? You want to build a snowman?
Do you wanna? No. There is no snow on the ground.
just kind
It is
of-
cloudy.
I just kind of look at Floriana and give a look of just annoyance. I don't like the cold. I'm back.
Then we can make a
Welcome
Rain
back.
Man later.
Okay, so beyond that, is there anything that you have planned to do then?
Destroy the world?
Minus that.
I'll remember to take your hit points, Anna.
Thank you. It was 9 now, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
it was 9.
It's been 9.
9?
Yeah, 9.
9.
Let's do some grinder. Oh,
All right. If you all have nothing else to do, we should get going. Hopefully the storm will clear up by the time we arrive.
I don't have an umbrella in my inventory.
You do not.
Yeah, I don't think any of us have umbrellas.
Hello?
I think
Hello.
me and Yuri
Hello.
have coats.
Yeah, I was about to say I was giving the robe of mending to Nemesis.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just in case it's needed for some people.
So wait,
I
what did you
just
give?
give a glance integration and Origin.
What'd you
Yeah.
give? It was-
I gave her the rope of mending,
Oh,
aka our instantly healing rope.
Just for the record, if you end up trying to rest in the Shadow Hills with this storm, you will need to find shelter before you can rest. Because,
Okay.
sleeping with rain going down when you have no tents or anything is a bit of a hard thing to do.
Yep.
So,
Alright.
just in case the storm doesn't clear for you, for what happens, just so that you're aware as you go in.
I had tents. Maybe not. Was that too expensive or was it too
Alright.
heavy?
Maybe both.
Then
Let's-
I'll go ahead and hop on the cart and get ready to go.
Can I
Yep.
make an umbrella out of ice?
Probably not. That'd be very heavy.
Yep, let's get ready to go and die.
Sure.
Tom,
This is
that
pretty
light
light.
though got you looking like Phantom of the Opera.
It is kind of a glary light.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me just fix that.
as the webcam finally loads for me.
Okay, there we go. I just closed my curtain.
Yay!
Unfortunately, well, there's a bit here still, but that's fine. It's only if I lean forward and then it just makes my forehead look like I'm bald or something like that and waxed it.
Cat, what are you doing?
Being a
Your
cat.
forehead is bald. Most people's are.
Wow, who knew we'd find wildcats all the way out here?
All right, so, so if you guys are heading in, I need someone to make a survival check and somebody to make a perception check.
Their child.
I
Ration!
know.
At
What
least
do
make it
you
rebel.
know?
I know how to survive.
Fortune. May as well be blind.
Well, we see
Okay, she's a
nothing.
little distracted from yesterday's fight, okay?
Okay, so you begin to make your way towards the Shadow Hills. Even though you're not at the hills already, it does start to get a little bit rough to move about in. So, with that survival check, Gratian, you are able to find a sort of an animal trail where it traverses the terrain in a much a less. I mean, it's still difficult to get through, but you're able to sort of like follow this trail along the way to towards the Shadow Hills. It takes you a bit to the left. Yeah, basically, if you were facing it ahead, you're moving a bit to the left of it. But as you travel this way for about an hour, and you start feeling like a few bits of rain, basically on the outer edge of where the rain starts falling, you start feeling like the lighter droplets start to hit your face. You can see a building ahead of you. It's about 200 or so feet. It appears to be Trofnod, Delson, and Nemesis. You recognize this. It's not in a tree this time, but this looks very similar to the rest point that you had found outside of Old Pterodon.
Oh, hey, look, it's one of those things.
What is it?
It's a rest point. We encountered one in Pterodon.
Best point.
Yeah, basically it's somewhere where hunters
This is
and
where
other
we
people.
met Harvey and his creator, one of these things.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Is there any cool stuff in there?
Well, we'd have to go inside to figure that out.
Can we? Please? Please?
Are
I
we able?
suppose.
Yay!
I mean, it would be great in this, you know.
Alright. So, as just so that you're aware of what it looks like. So, the rest point, it's a single-floor square building. Roughly, the building itself is about 15 feet by 15 feet with a door on one wall, and with small square windows that are big enough to either stick a weapon through or look through. It has an additional 5 feet of wooden platform, which ends with a 3-foot wooden wall, meant to be used as shelter. It usually has a low-hanging canopy, but looking at this particular building, you can see that some bits of the canopy are either damaged or just outright missing.
Looks very homey.
So are you...
Is there anything of like interest in here besides the canopy?
This is you still approaching it. As you get about 100
Oh,
feet,
okay.
yeah, as you get about 100 feet, you can see the side where the door is. The door is ajar.
Oof.
Do you want me to go in first?
Why would we want you to go in first? They'd poke you and you'd fall over.
It'd take more than a single poke to knock me over, okay?
2 pokes.
So that's a cur. Do I see any like people at least, or
Make a
like any
perception check.
How close are
What do
we?
you
Things
Your
that would
angel
show me that people are here. Do.
I was thinking of rolling.
I would say at this
How
point
close?
you're like gradually closing the gap, but a bit slower. You are about 50 feet away. 20. You see no movement. Like the only thing you can
Okay.
see is the door slightly moving left and right because of the wind.
Let's kick it open.
This might be abandoned, is what I'm starting to think.
So
I guess
no.
we'll continue forward with caution.
Yeah.
Might just be an open door.
Okay. So, as you get about 10 feet away from the door, you begin to get a smell coming from the building itself. It's a smell which you recognize from the crypts. A smell of decay permeates the air around you.
A smelly smell that smells smelly.
From joke?
Oh dear.
Okay.
Since you said that, I am going to cast my divine sense.
Okay. So you cast a divine sense, it goes out. No one dead.
Well, that's not good.
Let's go
I
in.
was thinking maybe casting detect magic.
I mean, you're certainly free to, but isn't that like a 10-minute cast time?
I could just cast it as a spell.
Sorry. I mean,
Oh.
sure.
I'll just cast it as a spell. I forget how long it was. It's like 10 minutes. Or like,
Okay.
Okay, so
okay then.
mark one off your spell slots.
Oh wait, it's an action.
No, it's an action.
I can
for
cast it as
magic.
an action.
Or it could be a 10-minute ritual for nothing. Okay, so you cast it. You do sense some magical items, but it's just the gear that your party has with them. You don't sense anything else with detect magic.
Alright, I'm gonna go inside.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh
Yes,
dear,
we
I'm
can-
going to follow her along quickly.
Okay.
I'll
so,
follow the idiot too.
Okay, so you're going in just normally, just walking right in.
Can I sneak?
I'm walking
That's what I was
cautiously
wondering now.
behind.
So go ahead and make a self check if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the record, if you're gonna go in carefully and stealthily, let me know so that.
Can do.
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna go
want-
with caution, but I'm not stealthing.
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak.
I'm just going to follow along normally.
Okay. So the marching order is Fortune, then is it Nemesis, Delson, Gratian, Floriana?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
suppose
something.
Troth and Neri are in the
Trough
back.
and Neri are taking up the back, yeah. But you can see like Trough is just cautiously like got his weapon out and everything. So as you arrive at the door, you can see on the floor, trailing from the door, is a reddish-brown substance. It goes straight before turning left behind the door. And at this point, the stench is a lot stronger at this point.
Does it just look like blood
Is
or guts or something?
You can make a medicine check if you want.
guys? I don't
Cover
think
my mouth with my cloak, just like. Ugh.
14.
that's a good
Uh,
sign.
It is definitely blood, but you don't know how fresh that blood is. It's not super fresh, because it's kind of soaked into the wood, but
Have Neri look it. She'll probably understand exactly how old it is.
okay.
Not
let's-
sure that's how that works.
I mean, do you want Neri to do that?
Yes.
I mean, wouldn't that be
Sure,
the nearly
it sounds
thing to
like
do?
her.
Okay,
He's gonna
so
lick
Neri just kind of like looks down at the wood, just like leans down, and you just see her tongue just slowly come out as she just drags it across the wood.
I knew it.
So,
Snake tongue.
Good job, Scooby.
Uh,
Oh dear.
As she just like puts her tongue back in the mouth, she like just as she had, you know, there's more than just blood there. There's dust and everything. It seems that she got more dust than the blood. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
Oof.
All right, let's follow the trail of blood and dust.
All right, so you.
Oh yes, what a fantastic idea. Follow the
Listen,
trail.
you don't have to follow if you don't want to, but I'm going to.
Well, I have to follow, otherwise you're going to hurt yourself.
I'm taking out Evelyn's crossbow
Okay, so.
because I still have that.
So if we're still going with the marching order, Fortune, you just kind of peek across the door and you can see that the rest point is trashed. There is a sign of rot on the floorboards with a about 2 foot wide hole in the far right corner from where you're standing. Most of the furniture is either heavily damaged or outright destroyed. You can see dried blood covering the far side, and slumped against the furthest wall, you can see the decaying corpse of a dwarf. His hair is mostly gone from his now rotten scalp. His remaining eye is partially consumed by the various insects which are now using this cadaver as a home.
Oh.
You can see a large chunk of his flesh has been bitten off, his right shoulder now nothing more than bone. And by his feet you can see the corpses of 3 wolves, their bodies equally in a state of decay, with various maggots and such devouring the flesh around several gashes in their torso. The nearest wolf to the dwarf has a rusted short sword stuck in its throat, and a broken dagger you can see lies discarded under a small destroyed table. The blood you can see continues until it pools around the corpses.
I'm going to completely ignore that situation and going to peek over the hole and see if there's anything in it.
Investigation.
I...
Does
Hold
it-
on.
Does it look like the wolves like attacked, or does it look like they were like helping defend?
Okay, yeah, I go outside and I puke.
Yeah.
So what was that you said, Balum?
I was asking if did it look like the wolves were attacking or they were helping defend, or whatever.
You would have to probably examine the bodies in order to get an idea on that one.
Well, I was gonna go examine them. Maybe I could get a better idea of how old the stuff
Yeah,
is now.
it's hard to tell from where it looks.
Okay. I'll go examine. What was that, investigation or medicine?
Whichever one you prefer. If you want to see more of like wound-wise or just how it looks, basically.
I'll just do it.
I'd search the room for anything I can take.
Investigation check.
Maybe I'll just also roll a medicine check to see if I can examine how old the bodies are as well.
Sure, but that's going to raise the DC because it's a roll straight afterwards. But I'll allow it if you don't mind.
This is a great sign of how the session's going to go.
Yeah, we're all rolling crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Gratian, you find nothing of value. The dagger that you can see is broken. The short sword that's stuck in the wolf's throat is heavily rusted to the point where it would probably break if you tried to pull it out. And everything else, you kind of realize these rest points, they just have the bare basic stuff to be a rest point. So, with the medicine check, this dwarf has clearly been dead for at least a few months. It isn't possible to ascertain what killed him, be it bleeding out from the wounds, or you notice there are several bite marks, and comparing it to the wolves, you can see very good chance. The problem is that you can see other bite marks of various sizes, leading you to believe that some creatures may have came in after whatever killed this dwarf and feasted on the corpse until it decayed to the point of being unappetizing. The only thing that you notice that is a bit odd with the dwarf is a deep wound in its stomach. It is a gash about 5 inches in diameter and 3 inches wide. Though due to decay, it's hard to tell if this was the size it's always been, or if it just got to this size due to it naturally decaying.
can I ask Trofnar if he might have known the dead body?
Oh, so just because he's a dwarf, let me ask you this: do you know every single bleeding half elf you know?
I know those.
Yeah, it's like oh, he knows Nelson.
And I suppose
There
you
are
two
no
are the
other
only.
half-elves.
And I suppose you two are the only two half elves in the entire world, eh?
As far as I'm concerned, we are.
Okay, fine, I'll have a look. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for Trofnar, please.
All right.
As Nemesis is still vomiting outside.
Oh yeah, she's like completely just disgusted.
It's absolutely revolting.
You said investigation?
Yep. Natural
Okay, then.
220s! Even though it was an advantage, 220s. Okay. So,
Whoops.
it's fine, because, hey, 220s, it didn't fucking matter. So, as Trofnar looks over the corpse, he notices that the leather armor is more or less scraps, clawed away by either the wolves or whatever caused the bite marks. He notices the wound in the stomach, but as he checks, he gently moves the head to the side, and on the side of his temple, he can see a small tattoo, no bigger than a coin. The tattoo shows an anvil from a side view, with rays emitting from the top of it. And in the middle of the anvil appears to be a misshapen rock. Trofnar, being a dwarf, recognizes this tattoo. This is the brand of the Sellsmiths, one of the largest dwarven clans of Ansor, and the current rulers of the dwarven capital of Miflhammer. And because you rolled a natural 20, as Trofnar continues, he finds in the back pocket a small thin journal. It is heavily caked in blood. The entire front cover is just basically red with congealed blood. And going through the pages, this blood goes through to page after page after page. As he gets to the middle, the pages go blank. And looking at the last entry, you can mostly see the last entry. So, I am just going to throw this picture into here and onto here. If you just give me a second to get it.
I have any anti-nausea medicine, like herbs on hand?
On hand. So there we go. The final entry that you can see is in the Discord. I'm going to throw up on here.
Oh, in the Discord. It's like...
Yeah, it's in the Discord, but I'm going to also throw up on here. Just give it a second to adjust itself.
Load.
There we go.
Oh.
That should also be good enough size for you to read if you zoom in a tiny bit. Now, how much of it you can read is entirely down to you guys.
Okay. Do. I'm going to attempt to read it.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm not doing the Trofnar voice, but
Yeah, that's fine.
So that's that then. Shock and awe ends today, killed by the same thing we were hunting. We were so close, so damn close, to finding the bastard's lair. I know it. Instead, it came to us, ripped Toby in half before me very eyes. I'm a pirate.
Yeah.
We weren't ready. We had pushed ourselves too far, stayed longer than we should have, and now we've paid with
That's a spelling
out.
error.
That's an out.
Shush.
Without lives.
Lives. Obviously not a very smart dwarf.
I mean,
Don't
probably...
know what happened to the others. Odds are they're dead. Bastard got me in the stomach. Do.
Hard to see.
It's hard to see. I hear howls in the distance. Some of those wolves will eat well tonight. Damn, that's grim.
Oof.
Then trying to see if there's like a name or something, but I don't think there is.
I mean, you can make another investigation check on the journal itself.
All right, yeah, I
As,
will.
as Trofnar,
I mean,
because Trofnar's the one because you're making it seem like Trofnar's the one reading it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright,
it did look like
so-
Toby is a name.
No. Okay.
No. If there is any, it's might have been caught up in the blood. You don't know.
Do
Okay,
me and
so
do me or Delson have anything to maybe try to get rid of blood?
With how long the blood has been, removing the blood risks damaging like the stuff underneath. It's basically soaked into the fabric, the paper itself.
Fair enough. Not what I.
is there
Okay.
any creature ripped in half?
You can make an investigation check again.
I have to make an investigation check for dead bodies. What?
I mean, oh right, just like you mean like where you are currently, or
There
in the
you go.
immediate
It's a
area?
nat 20. No, it's not a nat 20. I lied.
Like in the
It looks-
do you mean
it
like
is
in the
20
immediate
though.
area, or just in the building?
I guess in the building.
Okay, then you won't need to do an investigation check. No, there is just the dwarf and the 3 wolf corpses.
Alright. Nemesis is finally going to come back in with her bear cloak covering her face. She's very pale right now. She does not look good.
Oh, this is not good.
It's not good. Good. Alright.
Okay, guys. Trotnar, what came from there again?
What do you mean? What came from there,
The thing you found.
sir? This bastard last entry.
I see.
Seems like that. It sounds like they're hunting something. Is there anything in the journal to imply what they're hunting?
Looking at the pages, this last entry is the only one that's really legible. The rest has just been completely ruined by the blood.
It said the bastard's lair. Do you think they meant...
I was thinking maybe the Shadow Drake, maybe? That or flying thing we're hunting.
Aye, maybe, but this was 3 months ago.
If it's the Drake that they're talking about, we aren't in for a good time.
How old was that report? I know you've been hunting for it. I feel like you're hunting it longer than I've been here.
So the last journal entry, as you can see, is dated the 13th of Pelfall. That would be roughly, top of my head, that would be August.
I think he means like how long we've been hunting
Oh.
him. We're not hunting the Drake. We're looking for him to translate a journal.
Yeah. Hunt
He's
and
the
kill,
only
hunt to
one that
look.
speaks this umbral language, at least
Yeah.
that we know of.
Hunt to kill, hunt to translate.
Ugh.
We... Also, it's a drake. Do you really think we're crazy enough to try and fight something like that?
Yes.
We might have to if this is what
Eventually.
it did.
Now he speaks up. Of
course.
I would definitely fight it.
Well, you put anything.
We're going to try to get it to answer us first before we do anything hasty.
You were gonna say seduce, weren't you, Dels?
No.
Before
What?
we do that, though, can we please get rid of this? I refuse to stay here if that's hanging around.
Of course. You can
Yeah.
Trotnar, come help me.
I can bury it, but I don't know if we can really get the bench out. You probably wouldn't want to stay. You probably wouldn't want to like stay here, regardless.
I don't see the problem with this.
Of course you don't.
So we'll say then, while that's going on, Delson, you and Trofnar work together to just drag the bodies out from the rest point. Trofnar primarily moves the dwarf and just like tries to put the corpse in a position that seems a bit respectable before walking back in.
Trofnar, respectful.
Well, you say he has no respect? Come on.
I mean, Shakes might correct me on that one, but I don't know.
He respects his own.
Yeah, basically.
I just like twirl my ring. Just like I feel so unclean right now.
It's good to note that this, well, not so great to note that this place is here, though. Can we tell what time of day it is?
It's rather difficult because of the cloud cover, but you would have to say, because you're woken up in the morning and the time it's taken here, it's late morning still.
We should probably keep moving, though. Hopefully we don't have to be here.
How far away are the Shadow Hills from this?
You are technically right on the edge of the Shadow Hills.
Okay. What I want to do is... Oh god, that's probably a really bad idea, actually, considering everything.
Do it.
I want to leave the horses here, and then we go on foot.
Okay.
Are we that close though?
Yeah, you're right on the outer skirts. Like if I were to just pull up
Yeah, but I
something
mean, like-
which I very, very literally did a few hours ago, and I'll just give you a very crappily drawn overview of the Shadow.
Really?
Yeah. So
I
this is
can't tell. It's so well made.
you shush. So this is where the Shadow Hills are, and you guys are at the rest point that is. I'll use this, which is around here.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Now keep in mind every square is a mile, just so you're aware. So you've got an idea of just how big the Shadow Hills are.
Yeah.
At least I
Do
think.
you really
Wait,
think
is
we-
it? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so every square's 1 mile. Just because it.
I mean, if the
features.
scale's that big, can we really like travel without the horses like efficiently?
Yeah. Horse
Yeah.
travel
Oh.
speed and foot travel speed are the same. It's just with
We
horses.
should at
Really?
least let Trothnar ride on the special horse. He's the slowest.
No.
I mean, I can keep up. What the fuck you on about?
Okay, it's time.
She means it looks like you were cut off at the knees.
That was a fucking short joke, you bitch.
It literally is.
Oh, really? I couldn't tell.
I mean, I think you're taller than me.
Can
I am
actually-
shorter than Trofnar, right?
How tall is Trofnar?
I think a rotor is being 4. I think a rotor is 4 feet.
Hold on, let me check how tall
Four
Trofnar
feet
is.
3 is Trofnar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And suddenly
yes,
everybody starts checking their height.
yes, he is taller than me.
I mean, we all
Technically.
know Nemesis is the tallest.
Just about.
Technically,
Because of Mary.
except today she is normally it's like naturally taller than she looks.
Oh dang.
Alright, I think that we can afford to go on foot.
Can,
Leave the
wait,
horses here, they're less of a liability.
can I leave some letters in the horse cart?
Sure.
Yep,
Letter. What?
just in case.
Just in case what?
Mm.
I
Are the
just give
horses
her
gonna
a,
go
s- I just give her a grim look.
Well, aren't you
just in
cheered?
case.
It's life of them.
They're mostly not. It's mostly for me. In case I don't return. The rest of you, I have more confidence in surviving. Except
Wow,
maybe
aren't you
Fortune.
just a barrel of fun?
Huh.
Just kind of give him an annoyed look that he thinks that's going to happen, and I walk outside.
Okay. So, are you just hitching up the horses, like taking them off the car and putting them on a hitching post that you can see nearby, or you're just unhitching them and hoping they stay there? I mean, Hanel's obviously going to stay there, but...
Okay, I'm putting Brutus on the hitching post, but Hanel can go ahead and stay off.
Is he going
trust
to protect
Hanel.
him?
Yeah,
He's
Hanel
going
will
to.
protect Brutus.
You'll protect him from the rabbits.
Right, so just to be sure, I am to attack literally anything that comes this way? Or is there something I shouldn't be killing?
You should attack hostile creatures.
Defy
it's
hostile.
If it's a tiny creature that clearly means no harm, do not touch it.
Right. Got it.
Great.
We're gonna come back.
Oh boy, I expect to see like a dead squirrel or something coming for the food.
Did they expect like hostility or something? It's like,
I expect to see a dead fox.
I'll go ahead and cut open 2 things of feed for Brutus.
As you place it down, Hanel like just reaches down to Oven, and just drags him a bit away, looks at you and says, I've seen how much he eats.
Are you fat shaming Brutus?
No, I'm making sure he doesn't eat through everything before you come back and he starves.
I suppose that is quite fair.
Trust me,
I
you
mean,
have
there's
no idea
more
how
in the
much he
card.
eats.
Yes, well, there's more in the cart if necessary.
Gotcha.
I just see this and go over and pet Hanel. Oh, he's no worse, he hungry. He's need more food.
Don't talk to him like
Hanel
that.
just looks at you, Nemesis, with just a look of just, oh god, no.
I have the exact same response.
Can I give Brutus some pets?
Sure.
Yay. Stay here. Be a good horse.
Okay.
Good boy.
So, as you leave the horses behind, using this map as a guidance, because as you go over one of the hills, you can see the Shadow Hills itself just open itself up. And there's quite a lot of hills around, so it's difficult to get a full idea of the terrain around you. But for the sake of brevity, so that we can keep track of everything, consider this, that's your thing. Now I need to find a token to represent what you guys can be, unless one of you want to be the token.
Me, I'm the leader. I'm the best.
I knew that.
No, we should obviously have a token that's just Terry Crews.
yes. We get Terry Crews. Talked about him earlier.
I'm just having a look for the sake of it. There is no Terry Crews token.
Have
Just
to
toss a
add
picture
one.
of it.
I'd have to add one, and I'm too lazy to do so. So
You could just drag a just kind of picture.
I
of
could,
it.
but I'm not going to. So, who is it? Should I just find a a random token, or?
Yeah, just a random one.
Okay.
The silliest token you can find.
Okay, have a pointing hand.
Have a
Do we have
what?
gravity?
Dang it, I.
Wait, you can't.
You are
Yeah.
here.
You
Yep.
are here. Add this rest in.
I honestly hoped that it would have been a rabbit or something.
Nope. Pointing hand.
Oh, okay.
The killer rabbit.
As I zoom in,
The
it
killer
becomes
rabbit of
like a
Karmora.
house
Karmora.
instead
I
of a
couldn't remember
tiny
what it was.
circle.
Yeah, that's what happens when you zoom in.
That's it. I
It
need to
just looks
create a
like
holy hand grenade.
Black circle that you scribbled when I zoom out.
Tom, out of character. How much money would it take to create a holy hand grenade
A
using
lot.
alchemy?
A lot.
Okay.
You need to find someone that supplies black powder.
And you might.
Black.
You want to buy black powder, do you? Yes.
Yeah.
Part of me is looking at Gus.
You have no idea.
All right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I suppose we're going to head out into the world.
So, go ahead and, using the ruler thing, point out to where you would like the characters to go. And then it's a survival and perception check.
Do we have?
Let's go that way.
Do we actually have a map of the area, or we?
You do not.
Oh, okay.
This is just, as you
So-
go over the hill, this is kind of the overview that you can see. You can't see any particular details about it.
Mm.
You can just see
Oh
Ah,
my
the
god.
hill.
Okay.
Can I start drawing a map?
Sure.
I was wondering if we had a map. It might be really.
Yay.
Bologna's
I
having a
guess we're following Gratian.
Yeah.
Gratian knows what to do.
I will make
Huh?
the
I
perception
think it
this
was Fortune
time.
that did that. I think it was Fortune that pointed in that
be.
direction.
Oh, it's Fortune? Okay.
They got
Yes.
very similar yellows.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see if I can change the color. Oh god, how do you do
Remember,
that?
I'm on mobile, so I actually can't do that at all. Very limited in my ability.
We need the
Yeah,
power of
mobile
the
sucks.
dirt child.
I'm here. I'm here for survival checks, basically.
I did look up that. I did find that thing. I think it was an Unearthed Arcana version of the Ranger.
Yeah, the magicless one, I believe.
There, now I'm purple.
There
That
we go.
way.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I need someone to make a survival check and someone to make a perception check.
I will make the perception this time. Because we've already seen how.
Or you can
Oh,
roll
God.
a 1.
Wow.
Or you can roll a
Okay.
7.
Huh.
Okay.
And that one, do we somehow end up back at the stable? You say hi, Brutus, again?
Uh, because Gratian's the one leading. 1, 2, 3. Roll a d6 for me, Gratian.
Oof.
Okay.
Oh no. Who gonna die?
It's probably us
Everyone.
going wrong.
Right, like who's gonna die this session? Oh,
Okay,
Hey, Max rolling.
so you start heading in the direction that you were initially pointing to. You keep going for about 3 or so hours, and as you come up on a higher crest of the hill, it doesn't seem like you have been heading in the direction, as you can see a large outcropping that you saw on the top of the previous hill be much closer, that being that one here, because you guys have moved over to here.
Oof.
Wait a minute, Noble's Rest.
Oh wait, actually, right, I said 3 hours, so it's more than that, actually, so you can move at that much. So actually, yeah, no, you guys would be right over here after 3 hours of travel.
oh boy.
Yeah.
And as for the perception, you don't see anything, Delson.
My plan
I
worked
found a
perfectly.
rock.
This is where I wanted to go.
Congratulations, there's a lot of rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just so you're aware, it is roughly about 1 in the afternoon at this point because of that little detour.
Okay.
Is it still raining?
It is still raining, but not as heavily.
Okay.
Let's try to head forward now.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do that. We
So-
can totally do that.
Same thing again. Whoever's choosing the direction, go ahead and indicate where you'd like to go and make a survival check in accordance to it. And then someone needs to make a perception check.
Can I
Gratian.
try and lead the party this time?
Sure.
Well, Gratian can't get lost.
It is
No, that's only for
terrain.
forward.
He seems very lost.
His terrain is not hills. He's in it is forest. We are in
Oh.
hills.
I can still do
Okay.
perception, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So whoever's going to be leading them through. So 9, 8. Well, which direction are you going in, Fortune?
Generally trying to go this way.
Trying to go that way. Okay. Roll a d4 for me. Okay.
Wish we had a
how-
compass.
So you wanted to go that direction, yeah?
Yeah.
We're going
So
the
that's 8
opposite
miles.
then.
So that's another 2 hours of travel. So as you make your way across, trying to use the outcropping as a sort of visual reference. As you approach, you and go over the crest of a hill. Gratian, you can see several creatures moving about a mile ahead of you.
Hey guys, there's weird stuff over there.
With the perception check, they are bipedal, and they look dog-like. Going from the looks of things, it appears to be a pack of wolves.
It sound dog-like sounds like gnolls.
No, like they're bipedal, so they're walking on all fours.
That's quadrupedal.
Quadrupedal, my mistake. I
Yeah, it's like-
confused the two.
Oh, that's why I'm very confused. It's
Very
like,
confused for a second there, like,
it's a
Okay.
pack of wolves walking over.
Quadruped.
did we find the
Yeah.
gnolls? Did we find some werewolves?
No, no,
Did we find dog
It's
people?
wolves. It's wolves. I get confused between the. I get confused. But with
I
the
thought we
travel,
found dog men.
I would say
Yay!
you made it to around here. So,
So,
the wolves have not spotted you yet, but from the distance you can see there's about 5 of them.
Should we fight them?
You'd have to get close before you could do that, because again, it's a mile away.
Have
It's just
they
it's just-
noticed us?
It,
No,
does
they-
not, it does not appear so.
Let's avoid the wolves.
You know, just ignore them. We're
Yeah.
here to kill distant wolves.
Okay, so
let the
you go-
wild dog.
Okay, so if that's the case, at this distance, you would have to stealth in order to avoid the wolves, and that will
Really?
cut down on your movement. Yeah, because you start
All
just
right,
moving
I
normally,
guess
you got a
we'll
chance
try
to get
to-
spotted.
Stealth.
All of us?
Yeah, all of you.
Clink,
need to
clink.
stealth.
Clean.
Everybody try and stealth.
I'm
Stealth
already
extra
hitting that
hard for
disadvantage.
Nemesis.
And you're going up against the wolves' passive perception because they are currently not hunting.
Clink, clink.
Oh no.
Not yet.
Oh
Where?
no.
Fortune, how?
I don't know how.
You.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just saying,
Nemesis
so-
got a 3 and Charles and I got a 12.
Okay, so
Huh.
14. So which direction are you heading in, Fortune?
That way.
So, okay. So, keep in mind at this point it is 3 p.m. So, because it's winter, the sky is starting to get a little bit darker. But you notice that the rain is starting to turn to snow as the temperature drops. Okay, so you rolled a 17 for the survival. Okay, so going at half speed, you proceed by about a mile. So, who's making a perception check, by the way?
I think I made one. Yeah.
Yeah, one
Wait, hold
previously. I mean, if
No one has done the.
Okay, I'll make
someone-
Neri do the perception then.
Neri's got this.
Exception.
Neri doesn't got.
Okay. So, as you get about an hour worth of travel, so around here, nothing seems to happen. As you continue on for another hour, nothing seems to happen. So at this point, it is now 5 p.m. So, you continue to move forward, or...
I guess we can move forward a little bit more, like up here.
So that's 7 miles. So that'll take you an additional 2. And at that point, any further travel will start bringing points of exhaustion. You've been traveling for quite a while, as is. Because you can travel for 8 hours in total. It took you an hour to get to the rest point. You've now traveled for about a further 6 or so hours. So you're just
Something tells me that
you're just on the cusp.
something tells me Tom doesn't want us to go with Young.
No, I'm just going by what's in the book here.
I guess we can continue forward and hopefully find like a rest point.
So basically, you can travel 4 hours. Another 4 miles for an hour. That'll hit your 8, and then anything else, you gotta start rolling for exhaustion. So just so you're aware. So, do you want to go that full 6 miles?
Do you guys want to, or do you want to stop at 4 and look for a resting place?
Well,
Probably find
we could
something
probably
for
head
that.
over into the little hilly area here and
Yeah.
find at least some place to rest.
Yeah, I say just go with 4.
Yeah, but something
Alright.
eventually.
Okay. Okay, if that's the case, then whoever decides which direction you're going, make a survival check, and someone make a perception check.
Me.
Okay. You make a survival check, and
I'm the leader.
And someone makes a perception check.
Oh my god, you fucking... I hate everything.
D4 Nemesis.
I guess I'll make the perception.
Okay.
Why are we here?
So
if only
you-
to suffer.
So you move. So you go forward the additional hours. Thankfully, because of the D4 roll, which chooses the direction, you don't go in the exact direction you were aiming for, but you still wind up in the hill area nonetheless.
Yay.
Delson, you don't see anything.
I'm scared.
God, this is awful.
What curse did you put on this, Tom?
I didn't put any curses on here. After all,
I
Trofnod got
blame
2
Roll20.
natural 20s on investigation.
I think that's
He
like
used
where
up all
all
of
our
our
luck
luck.
went. Yeah. Blame
it, Trotner.
Trotner.
Okay.
Alright, I guess we're gonna go ahead and look for a place to camp, I guess.
Okay, investigation check then, for whoever wants to try and find a camp area.
I'll look for 1, 2, because
Hey!
Yay.
There's the rolls that we need.
That was useful.
For once.
So, looking about, there are a few caves here. They're rather small, although you can see a few, although you do find one that's a little bit deeper. But upon going in there, you can find a corpse of what appears to be a horse that seems to be native to this area. You saw a couple of them as you were traveling. Looking at it, there are large bite marks, but the thing is that these bite marks are more human looking, but larger.
What?
Okay, so the boys, you're gonna be sleeping in this cave. Nem, I, and Floriana are gonna be taking the other cave.
Yeah, so
Mary, you can stay with them.
So you found about 2 or 3 caves. 2 of them are incredibly shallow, like it'll be a bit of a tight squeeze for you to fit into those caves. And then you got just this big one that appears to have a corpse of something that's been eaten. And looking at the corpse, just as well, because you got that natural 20, the corpse is rather fresh.
Yeah, the guys and Neri can stay in that cave.
I'm not staying in the this cave.
I want to stay in that cave. Mary
Can
take
any
care
of us? Can the rest of us tell that there's a dead horse in there?
Fortune, did you tell them that there was a dead horse in there?
Nope.
You guys don't know if there's a horse in there or not.
It sounds like adventure.
But it doesn't
Just
take too
breaking up the
long
team.
because, for the sake of it, as the females just head to these more cramped caves, and you guys walk in, and the males walk in along with Neri, you do see this rather freshly killed corpse of a horse.
That's not a good sign.
Hey, Neri, can you deal with this?
I would love to, and just starts biting in at the horse.
Oh my god, she doesn't even know how old it is.
It seems fresh.
Enough.
Does this mean the monkey is after us?
No.
Oh god, are we going to be attacked by Mothman?
You don't know. So, the males all staying in a cave then?
And Neri.
And Neri?
Weren't there still a few other caves too?
There was one other cave that Fortune was able to find just a little bit away from the cave that they were in. Or that they have gone to. It's a lot more cramped, but...
Against my better judgment, I'm staying here. I'll stay with these guys.
Okay, what's the rest of you doing? I know the females have gone to their own cave. Gratian, are you doing anything?
No.
So you're staying in the big cave as well?
Yep.
Okay.
I like the big cave.
Because there's...
I want to start a fire.
Okay, so you start up a fire. So, if that's the case, because there's two groups in two separate caves, I need one person from each to make a perception check for the first watch.
I'll do the first one.
Okay.
I guess I'll make perception for this one and then get us killed.
Yeah, I mean, you can easily say if you want Truffnor or Neri to do the roll on your behalf, just so you're aware. Okay.
I see. I already made it,
Yeah,
though.
you've already made it. Okay, so
We're going to die.
So, as you all bunker down to rest for the first night in the Shadow Hills, Nemesis, as you are sitting near the entrance to the cave, you suddenly start to hear some sounds in the distance. Large, heavy footfalls appear to be approaching not towards you, but in the direction of the other caves. And through the snow, you can see a large, almost round creature lumbering through the snow.
Oh
It's
god,
the Abominable Snowman.
it's Shrek!
What?
I'm going to get up and kind of peek outside and see if I can see anything like better.
Okay, I would say make another perception check. And if you're trying to be stealthy as well to make it not hear you, make a stealth check too. I assume at this point you still have your armor on before you finish your watch, so it's a disadvantage. Unless you're going to go with, yeah, I'll just not have my armor on because I'm going to go to sleep kind of deal.
No, I'll have my armor on.
Okay, one risk out. So
I'd rather get caught and fight, but instead of, die. Do. So that sucks. Okay. And then perception.
Yep, to see if you can find the thing.
Oh boy.
Ooh. 2 6s don't make it a 3.
Nope. So, you kind of peek outside. As you peek your head over, the snow just sort of like starts pressing against your face so that you don't see it. But what you do hear is the footsteps just like stop for a few seconds before you hear it again. And they're getting louder towards you.
I'm going to quickly get back inside, and I'm going to kick the girls awake.
Wait.
Uh,
Wait, what? What's going on?
what do you need?
Wake up now. There's something out there.
It's probably just a wolf.
It's much bigger than a wolf.
I guess I'll head
Okay,
to
it's
the
a
mouth.
very strong wolf.
I'll get up,
I'm
head
going
to
to
the mouth.
kick Fortune again in the stomach.
I'll get up and go see if I can see what she's looking at.
Okay, make a stealth check and make a perception check.
Because stealth. There it is.
Fortune, honestly, get up now.
I'm up.
You aren't up?
I'm
Okay.
sitting up.
I'll grab her by one of her horns and, like, yank her up.
Oh, ow, ow,
Okay.
ow,
That does sound painful, actually.
Yeah.
Probably. I imagine that would be painful. So, Floriana, you just kind of like just peek your head out, and you can see slowly making its way towards you, about 80 feet away, is a large, incredibly rotund creature. You can see on its body it has ulcers and just marks. It essentially looks like a very big, very fat person that is just walking towards you. It doesn't seem to spot you, but you can see its brow furrowed in confusion.
That sounds. So I have a check I can try, like Arcana, Nature, and see if I could think of what it is.
You can make an
Doesn't sound
intelligence
familiar.
check, but in that time, this thing's gonna close the gap.
I can't think of anything else to do, other than see if I can figure out what it is.
You're not too
That
sure.
was-
So it closes
yeah,
the gap.
that sounds-
It's about 40 feet from
Is it
you
walk?
now.
So is it walking?
It's walking towards where you lot are currently hiding in the cave.
Can the guys hear the footsteps by now?
You go ahead and make another perception check, because it was because of your terrible perception that you didn't see it.
Oh boy.
It looks like it's walking into this cave, isn't it?
10. You hear something, but you can't ascertain how far it is, I would say.
I'm gonna go and poke everyone awake.
Uh,
Guys, I heard something.
it was probably
don't
the
know.
fucking wind, Elson. God.
Anyhow. And then see, I think
Trotnar, get up!
and then I see whatever it is. I think it's.
It's like a parallel.
And let me see, Fortune. I think whatever it is, I think it's coming
Nary.
here. This might be home, maybe.
Is it close enough that I would see it now?
It's close enough that you hear it,
Oh
but
boy.
you can't see it. Again, it's like 40 feet and it's getting closer. So what are you guys doing? You've got maybe a few seconds.
I'm gonna make a stealth check and real quick and maybe hide.
What's the terrain like in front of the cave?
Flat.
Okay, can I toss maybe 20 or 30 ball bearings onto the ground in front of the cave area?
Remember, you guys don't have your armor on.
Okay.
I don't have
I
armor.
sleep in light armor, I'm good.
Yeah, light armor.
Yeah, I
light
have
armor
armor.
people can sleep.
Oh,
It's
I
medium
thought
and
that
heavy.
Fortune was medium armor.
No,
Nope,
medium
she's
and
No.
light
heavy.
armor.
Light armor.
No,
Okay.
studded leather is light.
Yeah, I don't think rogues can wear that anymore, or at least proficiently.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so Floriana's doing a self check. Fortune has
Nary,
thrown
get
some
up.
ball bearings out. And Embassy, what are you doing?
I am
prepare for combat in some way?
I'm basically just gonna prepare to fight.
Okay.
There's no way I'm going out and getting the guys. Hopefully they heard it, you know.
Okay. So
I'm sure they'll hear an explosion of something.
you throw the ball bearings out.
Explosion!
They hit against the wall of the cage. Just the footsteps stop.
Okay, guys, watch your footing.
You see suddenly the light outside gets darkened by this creature. And as you look, it kind of like ducks down and begins to look into the cave. What you can see is essentially a giant, one that has... You know those pictures of those incredible, like, morbidly obese people that are like half a ton? Like that. With various what looks like ulcers and with pus dripping from it and just obvious like sweat marks and everything. It just looks at you. His eyes kind of like narrow and he just goes, "Roar!" Everyone else hears that.
I'm going to, since this thing is clearly aggressive, is like his face in the hole?
Yes. He's like right on the
I'm going
outside of the
to
cave looking in.
I'm going to cast Searing Smite, and I'm gonna fucking smack him like in the eye.
Okay, so you run forward 5 feet, cast Searing Smite, and you hit. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Alright, hold on. Cast that. And then...
As she runs past. Hi!
Gee, thanks, Fortune. You're so helpful.
Good evening, nice weather.
You stupid.
Yeah, no, that'll hit. That'll definitely hit. So go ahead and roll
So
damage.
that is a 1d8, and then he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is a 24.
Yeah, he definitely makes it. On a failure, it just takes... on a success, the spell ends. Okay.
Okay. So, it takes 9 points of
Great.
bludgeoning damage. Let me just...
I just hit it in the eye.
Yep. So I'll just... There. That. So that would bring it down to...
If this was another game, we'd only have to do that 2 more times to win.
So you sort of go and smash it. You feel the energy like hit into its body. The flames like start to like take hold before they just instantly fade away as you feel the divine magic go away. He just like the giant reels back like. Okay, so that's a surprise round. So I want.
Shit.
Let me just get to the area. Whoops. Ah, crap. Something just went there.
I'm just sitting here eating my lunch, having a good time, and all of a sudden a giant pops up.
Yeah, tiny, and
It's an ogre.
it's not an ogre, unfortunately.
It's all
It is a
ogre.
giant.
Is
So-
it because this isn't a swamp?
No. The bone swamps are over to the side, and now I just gotta load this thing.
Even though ogres
So
are
we
fine?
missed Shrek.
You don't know. Give me a second, my thing's just struggling to load right now.
Oh, real funny, thanks.
Yeah, I think it might be having a bit of a derp time right now.
Oh,
It was not
jeez.
prepared for a fight.
There we go.
You are not prepared.
You are
never
not.
prepared.
Okay, let me just have it on the heart attack itself, and also let me just.
I do not have giant as a language.
No, you do not. So let me just add the last little bit here. Damn it! I was hoping not to use this one, but it happened.
We could try speaking demon to it.
Not the same.
I'm just quickly getting one thing. I'll just use that one.
I feel like one of my characters speaks giant, but it's not the ones that I have right now.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
speak with Walter.
so
No darkness, no snow.
I'm just putting in the last bit here because this is like one of the areas where it's like I have no idea if this was going to be used, but it was. So the one which you are all in is the females are in is that one. The one which males are in is that one.
Wait, where's the male one?
The male one is that one.
That's pretty far away.
Yeah. And in front of you is this big guy once it loads the token.
Oh dear.
Look how swole he is.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so for the record,
needs a
you
sport
guys
bra.
are currently hemmed in there. So, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Can you throw our tokens
yeah,
onto the
I'll throw
key
your
system?
I'll throw your tokens in where they would be. I know in
Well-
Gratian's case he doesn't really, he can't do that whole thing. So
Snack.
Oh yay! He updated Neri's picture.
and then
Is good snack.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's everyone. So keep in mind that all your tokens are actually inside the caves currently. Ooh.
Really? Sure, don't put that for Nemesis. Give Trothnar the role. Not like
And
she's
that's
stuck with a giant.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's Neri's character sheet, 'cause I had to reopen that. So initiative for Neri. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5, 6. Oh yeah, got a manual operations on there.
Yeah, aye.
19.18. And now
I
the
cry every time.
giant's turn. For rolling, that is.
Please roll low.
Well, I mean, being what he is, he's got a negative to his dex, so that is actually pretty goddamn terrible. So that brings his initiation down to there. And then descending order. So, if that's the case, top of the round. Fortune, you're up.
I would like to move up to him as close as I can
So that's 5
and
feet?
stab him with my short sword.
Okay, go ahead. I'm just trying to find the... Is that it? I'm going to go with this one, because this seems fitting for a chaotic battle that's about to happen. Okay. Yeah, misses. You just, like, stab into its stomach, and it's like you've just stabbed into Jello.
You touched my fat, and now you will pay.
Alright, disengage and run behind Nemesis.
Okay,
Oh boy.
so that's your
See,
turn.
Delson thought that his cave was the deadly one.
It would have been had he not spotted you. Gloriana, you're up.
See. I think you can just cast it. Yeah, I'll just cast Magic Missile at it.
Okay, go ahead and roll the
two.
damage.
Me.
How many is it again? 3.
3d4 at level 1. At first level, even whatever.
Yeah, just. I remember, I think it just rolls the damage nice normally.
Oof, so that's 10 points of damage. So,
Yay.
Fortune and Nemesis, you just watch the 3 arcane bolts just go flying over your heads, hitting this giant in its face. It hits him hard, just says, "Ugh! Ugh!" And that's his turn. So now it's Trofnar's turn. So, everyone that's in the other cave, you can hear this
Whoops, I
roaring
didn't
at this
click on
point. So you guys can
Still
all
think it's
hear
just
it.
a wood Trofnar.
Alright, so there's some shit happening.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Considering how lazy Trothnar is, I think he's just gonna like kind of peek out of the cave and see what's up.
Okay, make a perception check.
I'm still
it's
rolling
15,
with
that's fine.
disadvantage. Whoops.
So Trofnar just looks out to the snow and he ends up seeing the direction of where the cave is. Before he just like leans back a second, just thinks and says, "Right, we need to go."
Nah! Really?
Right, you can
Noticed!
right, you can start giving me shit once we save those broads.
Oh my god.
I don't know if Shakes would be that kind of person. That's just the first thing that came to my head.
Chofnar would be, let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's getting stabbed again.
Can I use a reaction to slap Trotnar in the head?
No.
Okay, but you won't be able to use your reaction in your turn.
Yeah, who needs a reaction? I
For-
mean, who needs
for
cutting words
value.
anyways?
Okay.
I mean, who
Yeah.
needs cutting words?
Okay, if you're gonna use your reaction to slap, I'll say you're slapping across the face. He just takes it. He's like, "I'll get you for that one as well."
Oh.
Is that his turn?
Alright, and then since Trofnar used his action with that, he's just gonna go out here.
Okay, so it's about 10 feet to get from the back of the cave to the front, so he's got an additional 15 feet, but this is where he would be at this point after moving the 10 feet. So he can move 15 there.
Alright, yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
And then I'll end his turn.
Gratian, you're up.
Okay, I guess I'll get up to. Like,
Okay, you
leave
just
the
watched as
cave.
Trofnar and Delsin had a small exchange, and then Trofnar just ran out towards the other cave.
Yeah, I'm just gonna calmly leave. Nothing big.
Okay, so 10 feet, you're now at the entrance to the cave.
And I'll spend my other 20, I guess, getting as close as I can.
Okay, so that puts you level with Trofnar at this point, just a little bit ahead of him.
And then, I guess I'll shoot. Is the giant standing up right now, or?
He's kind of like hunched over in this cave. You can see he's like getting ready to he's got one of his hands raised as if he's about to do something there. He does not see you, so technically you'd be catching him by surprise.
So, I guess I'll shoot it.
Okay, roll with advantage because he doesn't see you.
Oh, advantage. Wow.
Yeah, he's entirely focused here, so you're catching him by surprise. Okay. So both hit. Go ahead and roll damage for both.
Alright.
Oh, and one's a nat 20.
Yep. So roll damage for the first one, then roll damage for the second. So 5 points for the first hit,
Big- Come on, big
wait,
money.
and then roll again for
Yeah,
the.
hold on.
That can't be the only creepy character I got, or is it just repeating? It's probably repeating, so I'll just do that.
That should balance.
Okay, so that is 12. That is 16 points of damage on the second hit.
I'll BRB.
Okay, that's big dick DPS.
Okay, so you just fire 2 shots into his back, and fortunately enough, so you just watch it like roars. It just like roars upwards, but its head hits the top of the cave, causing a part of it to go. It's just like, and it just turns around, looking directly at you, Gratian. It is now aware of its opponents.
Oh boy.
Someone use Wingardium Leviosa.
Delsin, you're up.
Okay, I am going to move.
So it's 10 feet to get to the entrance of the cave.
I thought I was already at the entrance because I was the one who.
Okay, so you're at the entrance of the cave then. I'll allow it.
I'm going to go 30 feet,
There you go.
and then I'm going to need this thing to make us save because I'm going to use Phantasmal Force.
What's the save for it?
Let me check. Save for Phantasmal Force is. Oh, that one's shattered. It's Intelligence.
Okay, intelligence is not its best score. But it's minus its intelligence, that's an 18 total.
Dang it, so it passes.
I rolled a natural 19.
It passes, but I was going to use Phantasmal Force and make it believe that giant rock just falls on it.
So if that's the case, the spell has no effect. Or
Damn it.
yeah, 'cause made the DC, so yeah. So, no, actually, for that. So, you cast a spell, you see the rock just, like, fall, but because of how you kind of imagine where it be, it kind of falls behind him. And when you realize it, it's like, ah, shit, and just end the spell. You didn't notice. Okay. It is Neri's turn. If anyone wants to decide what Neri does, by all means, or I can be the one that controls it.
You control Neri.
Nick, run!
Okay, so...
So you should control Neri, though.
So Neri
I'm just joking.
runs out 10 feet. Sees you all hang towards it, and as a bonus action... Oh, no. I think, yeah, bonus action for that. I keep getting that one. Yeah, so bonus action. She's going to rage. And she is going to charge forward with her extra 30 feet, which takes her about here. I need to just check my hair because of the whole thing there. Oh, I can't do that. So she's just going to use her... What was that? Oh, what's that? Oh, no. So she's just going to... No, she's going to take a javelin out and throw it. So...
Yeah, that sounds like her.
Yeah. Wait, that's damage as well at the same time. How do you do that? Okay, yeah, that's the amount of damage that he takes. 7 damage, because that hits. So you watch as this javelin goes flying through the air. It hits the, it hits right in the stomach, and it holds fast. But you see it just like. It is now the giant's turn.
Okay, I'm back. I went to go to coffee, but I had to figure out. We were figuring out stuff for dinner.
Okay, so I'm going to roll a d4 to see what he goes for. He's got 4 targets here, I think. Yeah, 4 targets to go with here. Okay. Lucky for you guys. He stomps forward. You can see this creature clearly can't run, but he can still move. Fortune and Nemesis, you can... Wait, Fortune, you said you got behind Nemesis, so that puts you 10 feet away from him.
Yes.
So you don't get an attack of opportunity. Nemesis does so, because I assume she's still right next to him.
Yep.
Yep, so go ahead and make your attack.
The camera's not working.
Alright. Do.
The webcam not working for anyone else?
25, well, here, go ahead and roll damage. I mean, I can see it on mine, but obviously that's me.
Who's the giant going after? I did here because I went downstairs and I got a burrito now.
Okay. So, because of how I rolled there, it's going to make its 2 attacks against Neri.
I see it now.
So, the first hit is a... What's Neri's armor class? 17 just hits her. So that's
Can I
one.
cutting words ahead?
Too late, it's already happened at this point. And it's a 16 plus 7, so that they both hit. So she takes... So for the first hit, she takes 10 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced down to 5. So it brings it down to that much. And for the second one, she takes 13, reduced down to 6. So that brings her down to that much. And you guys, Delson, you watch as this giant just like just grabs Neri in both of his hands, and then and you can see at this point Neri is classified as grappled, and as a just need to check on this one. Okay, yeah. So, and as its bonus action, it's going to use its little move called Squatting Pin. So you just watch as it, like, pulls Neri downwards and essentially sits on top of her.
Ooh.
So he just like, looks with you with his arms just, like, ready to grab at you. That will be his turn. Just check it. Yeah. So, wait, does that make him restrained as well, or just restrained too? Good to know. So Nemesis, you're up.
All right. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I am going to
Place yourself
go
where
out
you'd
and
be at
go
this point.
as close as I can.
Okay.
Fantastic. And then I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
All right. So, what is your spiritual weapon form as?
My spiritual weapon, as we discussed before, is Gregory's Greatsword.
So-
looking for JoJo stand.
As she raises her hammer upward, you see a beam of divine light go shooting into the air. So what are you doing with the spiritual weapon? Are you making an attack with it?
Yeah, I'm gonna make an
Go
attack
ahead.
with it.
Go ahead and roll the attack.
Alright, so that is 1d8 plus my spell.
Well, you gotta make a spell attack, a melee spell attack against a creature first.
Oh.
When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of you.
Okay, hold on. So that would just be like a d20.
D20 plus whatever on your spell casting modifier. So D20 plus whatever.
That's the attack bonus, right?
That would be... One sec, let me just check on your sheet here. So it would be... Yeah, your spell attack bonus. So D20
Okay.
plus 7.
You it.
12. It
really
misses.
Alright, and
So,
then I'll
so you
do
just watch as a
mine.
beam of light flies downwards, and as it slams down onto the giant, you just watch as it like sinks into the flesh bit before it just rather immediately bounces upwards. But the rest you see a gleaming, pure white greatsword in a similar shape to Gregory's.
And then I'll do my extra attack with my hammer.
Okay. Well, it's a bonus action for the attack, so you've got your 2 attacks.
Okay, then yeah, I'll go ahead and...
Yeah, it's a
Do
bonus
those.
action to use
Goddamn.
spiritual weapon. Both miss. Like, you just start hitting against the side, but it just bounces off the flab.
Yay!
And you just
Wow.
watch, and it just like turns around, it's like, "Grrr."
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just kind of shout, yeah, pay attention to me, badass!
Okay, Fortune, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to make my way over to him.
Okay.
Standing right here next to Nemesis.
Yep, so 5 feet there, so that's 5 feet of movement. And so that puts you... You got 25 feet, don't you?
I have 30.
30 feet. So it's taking you 5 feet because you were 10 feet away. Because 5 feet put you right at the entrance, so 25. So that puts you...
Okay, so I'll take right there. Staying
Okay.
behind Nemesis. We got a theme going on here.
Alright.
I'll poke out from behind her and attempt to hit him with my short bow.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack. He is not flanked because technically Nari is directly underneath him. So that misses. Like you watch
Alright.
it sticks into the flesh, but he doesn't seem to respond to it.
He's too fat to hurt.
Indeed.
Floriano,
The
you're up.
ultimate armor.
Just so you're aware, you are 15 feet inside the cave.
And most of my spells have like a 6 range minimum.
Yeah.
Honestly, it'd probably be best to just toss magic missile again.
Okay, you'll need to get closer to the entrance to see.
Oh, then I'll walk up closer then.
Okay, so you
how
get-
close do I
you-
need to walk up?
You get right to the entrance, which is where you got a good view of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it as a 2nd level spell.
Okay.
So, I think that just means I cast a version of it, an extra dart.
I think it's you've had another dice roll in there.
It just creates one more dart, so I just cast it a 4th time.
Yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So So 8, 9, 10. 13 points of damage. Okay. Alright then. With that. What was that? It was that.
My boring magic missile.
Yeah, I'm just quickly checking here on some of. Yeah,
Oh.
okay.
Would I kill him?
No. I'm checking to see if the reinforcements are here, which you can hear them at this point. But you can hear just like coming towards you. So
Connecting to the server has been
I'd
interrupted.
say there's one more round before before what's coming next shows up.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Great.
Drofnar's turn.
Alright. Drofnar is gonna
I'm just curious to
come
see how
over
well.
here.
Yeah, you won't be
Okay.
able to. You've already used your action, so you couldn't.
I know. I was just curious to see if you just heard it. Fine.
So, nope, that'd be there. That would be right at the edge of the
Yeah,
token.
I was just about to fix it.
Yep, so
Alright.
so that makes the giant flanked.
Woohoo! So
So
that is
go ahead and do your
advantage.
attacks. Yep. So when they're flanked, it's advantage.
Alright. 1.
That hits.
2.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage for both.
Man, Drofnar gets all the good rolls. Like, so sad. 1d12.
Okay.
God damn.
That is 25 points of damage. It's starting to look rough. The damage is clearly as Drofnar just slashes into the stomach twice. Okay, so that is his turn.
Yep.
Gratian, you're up.
He went AFK, break ice.
I'm back now. I just finished up.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
yay.
It's your turn.
Shoot the thing.
Well, I mean, first I kind of do Slayer's Prey.
Yep. So that's bonus action for Slayer's Prey.
Yeah. Then I'll go 30 feet. I'll use all my movement to go as far away from the giant as I can.
So that puts you back
Um,
towards the cave.
And then, you know, I'll pew-pew it.
Okay, go ahead. Roll an attack with advantage because flanked.
I'll
Yay.
pew-pew it.
Pew.
I was pretty
So
sure
funny
flanked
about how you phrase that.
works for both.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Okay, only one of those hit.
Would it hit? Oh, yeah, it probably would hit because I have archery, which is +2 on ranged attacks.
Still would only one of them would hit.
Oh, okay.
The second attack hits, the first hit, the first one misses.
Oh, I didn't realize I clicked it twice. Okay.
Well, do you only have one attack roll, or
Huh?
I thought you have two attacks.
Yeah, I do. I just didn't realize I clicked it twice.
Yeah, well, that was both your attacks basically. One hit, one misses.
No.
So go ahead and roll damage plus your Slayer's Prey.
Slayer's Prey only works for the first attack.
Okay, so yeah, this thing is looking rough at this point. Delson, you're up. I think he's gone AFK.
Delphin.
Oh no, he's muted himself.
Oh wait, I was muted. Sorry. I was asking if I could use my bonus action to take out the signal orb and smash it.
Sure.
What?
Yeah, I want to use the signal orb.
Okay, so you take out the orb and you just smash it downwards. Nemesis, you hear a whistling noise coming from where you've got the main orb stored.
Can I just look at Delson and be like, why the fuck did you do that?
Do we actually know Nelson did that? Forget how the signal orbs work.
You wouldn't have seen it from where you were, but basically everyone but you and Gratian would have seen it.
Oh,
If something's coming, we need help.
Yeah, if it's like a day away, there's a giant right in front of us.
Can I actually use my action to cast something at 3rd level?
Sure.
I'm casting Cloud of Daggers at 3rd level
Okay,
Right.
what does that do?
on this giant. Oh, at 3rd level it just does more damage,
Okay.
but it creates like a 5-foot cube of daggers,
Okay. So go ahead
casting
and
it
roll damage.
directly on here. Okay, since I'm doing it at 3rd level, that means that we'll be doing this much. Ooh. Forgot to roll command.
Ooh. It's how much? Let me just map this quickly. It's just hanging on. It is so close. Okay, so if that's the case, so it's Neri's turn. Top of the round, because she's pinned underneath the giant. She takes
Mhm.
11 points, knocked down to 5 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
So she is now going to attempt to escape the grapple, meaning that she needs to make either an athletics or acrobatics check. She will go with athletics. Just makes it. You guys watch as the giant, like, just as it's kind of slumping down slightly, it's just like, suddenly starts up and tries to regain its balance as you watch his Neri just like pushes it up and just rolls out the way. And she just like stands up, she's like, "Ugh. Ugh." But that's his turn. Her turn, even. So, it's now the giant's turn. Whoops. I accidentally skipped that. So, giant.
Wait, it's starting its turn
Yes.
in this base, isn't it?
Yeah.
That means it takes damage.
How much damage?
Same amount.
Well, then it doesn't matter.
Well,
how
it's going to
much-
take 64.
64? Yeah, it's only got 2 health left.
Yeah, so this giant just...
So how do you want to do
It gets-
this?
I literally wanted simply to just have hundreds of daggers just be embedded in it.
simply.
So you watch as the daggers, which had sort of exploded outwards, kind of like slowly turn, before they just rapidly start stabbing into the top area of it. The giant just blows like, and it just
Stop.
goes limp.
Wow, no.
As the daggers continue for a little bit before they just stop and hover in the air. So, Nemesis, you're up.
Alright. You said that there was something else coming.
You heard
Can I,
footstep-
like,
you
make
heard
a...
perception check to see if you can
Yep.
see which direction it's coming from.
No.
You don't know, but that's your action.
Yep. Since I can't really tell, I'll just stay by fortune for now. Kind
Okay.
of glaring at Dulcin.
So, top of the round, you see coming over the hill over this side a large lumbering creature, roughly the same size as the giant, but not as rotund. You see 4 of them sort of heading rather quickly towards you. And as they come over the crest, you can see
Oh, there they are.
it is. You see 2 ogres plus. Where's the other one? Wait, is there not one for this guy? I thought there'd be one for this guy. No, fine, I'll just use this. Just because it's only got the name. And you see a 3rd one that's got like a bunch of heavy chains over it. So, that was a turn for them getting over there. So, top of the round, Fortune, you're up.
Can I hold action with my short bow in case one of them gets close enough to hit.
Yep, okay. So you hold your action. So that is your turn. So, Floriano, you're up.
Ogre change. I just saved that token now.
Yeah, unfortunately there isn't a graphic for it. If I can find
Okay.
a replacement, I will, but...
I have no problems getting out of the cave, right?
No,
Let me
yeah, you
do
got no
that.
problem at all. There's a little bit of
Okay.
debris from when it smashed its head, but it's not anything that would be an issue.
Okay. I need to do distances because I'm probably gonna try to cast it. Oh. 70, 80-ish, so my spell range is I can like cast like double swarm or something. Should be able to get in range. Let me just see if I can just cast it from where I'm at though. 90 feet.
Well, keep in mind there's a rock in the way.
True. Yeah, but yeah, 90 feet means I could just move like right here or something. Like how far can I move? Move. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll just go walk down to the embassy and I should be able to see them fine, right?
Where are you moving? Sorry.
That would be like right there, right next to the embassy.
Yeah, so 30 feet. Yeah, you can see that.
Okay, and then I want to cast. I'll cast the snowball swarm. That is 2. Let me see. That's a 5-foot radius sphere. Can I aim it so I can hit all 3 of them, or is it only maybe 2 of them?
So 5-foot radius spear, so that's just going to be one. That's essentially just one square.
That can't be because it's an AOE spell. Doesn't make sense on how that's great. It feels freezing. Seems weird.
Oh wait, no, it's basically one square. It's 2 square by 2 square, basically. So it's like there, for example.
Wouldn't that be like, wouldn't that work? That hits all of them, or can I only like aim it like right here and hit just these 2 maybe?
1 sec. Let me just. I've got
1
circles.
second. Right. I'll mute myself, but I can.
Let me just. Let me just quickly.
I'll BRB while you figure it out.
Yeah. Really, I'm just gonna find a circle there. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so there we go. So, like, there, or there, or there. Let me just check. That is aligned, right? Yeah, they're aligned. So you could hit... You can hit 2 of them. The 2 spread out for... the 2 spread out for you to hit all 3 of them. Also, I found a token that will work for the chain group.
Is it Terry Crew?
No.
One crew.
Why couldn't it be Terry Crews?
Just add these 3. They are top of the initiative order. So that's why there. There we go. I need to get a hold of the actual token for the session, but yeah. Oops. Okay, so. Blum's gone. I thought Blum said he's going to just mute himself and go on BRB.
Yep.
Yeah, he can only hit 2 of them, so I would assume
Okay, how did aiming it go?
you can only hit 2 of them. They're 2 spread out for all 3. This is a 5-foot radius spear. That's circle.
I guess I'll just hit. If I can hit the 2 in the front, I guess I'll do the 2 in the front then.
Okay, so the guy make a dexterity saving throw.
Mhm.
And good thing ogres are stupid and slow. Despite that, that first one got a 16. And that second one got a 12.
I think the 12. Yeah, the 16 does make it because DC 15. But
Yeah.
12, yeah, make it. It's still half damage on a success.
Okay, so I'll just put that on the GM layer for now. I'll just...
Let's
Sure.
say
That's
I
one
don't
that
think
made it.
any
That's
damage
one that
bonus.
didn't made it.
So.
That's just a brute.
Wow. Two
Yours
once become.
becomes 2, yeah. So that is 9 points of cold damage. Reduced down to...
Pitifully sad roll for
Yeah.
total of damage. Well,
So reduced
actually,
down
that's
to
half
4
damage.
for that one. So... There we go. And that goes down to that. And that one takes the full brunt of the damage, so he goes down to the left.
I think. Let me look at the layout of the battlefield. Still have a bonus action, but
Yep, you do.
Enemies. Probably don't want to be at the front line. Yeah, nah. Okay, that'll be my turn. I thought about maybe casting Dragon's Breath, but I probably wanted to back row anyways.
Okay. It's Trufnar's turn.
BRB again.
You know, I'll just have him move 25 feet and
Okay, move his
hold
stumpy little
the
legs.
action.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's he holding his action to do?
If one of them comes near him, he'll just make an attack with his great axe.
Okay.
Yep.
So, that is that one's turn. Gratian, you're up.
Yep.
You would need to reposition yourself because technically they have got 3/4 cover because of the hill. Because of this little bit here.
Yeah. Am I on the lower part?
You're on the lower ground.
Okay.
They have the high
So-
ground!
Oh no.
I have the high ground, Anakin.
I guess I'll go away from the ridge then.
Okay, so about here. So that puts this one here out of 3/4 cover. This one's still in 3/4, and this one is in half cover.
Okay. Is the one that isn't in how far am I away from the one I can hit?
It's this one here. It's
50?
50 feet away.
Okay, so I can do Slayer Spray. So
Okay.
I'll do Slayer Spray. And then, the
There's
same
no
thing I
limit to
always
Slayer's
do.
Prey, is there?
60 feet. But,
Like, as the number of times you can use it a day, I mean.
it didn't really give me... Let me pull it up.
Just not really sure.
It doesn't
Okay,
seem
yeah,
to...
there's no limit to it. Yeah, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure, because
Yeah.
you know how it is sometimes. Okay, so you've marked it with Slayer's Prey.
And now, the same thing I always do.
2 attacks.
Alright.
That's a hit die.
Sorry, Mobile
Okay,
is
so
pretty
the
sensitive.
first one misses, the second one hits. The second one's a natural 20.
Okay.
Hey.
Wait, you said
Wow,
plus...
I-
Wait, did you say you get +2? Because
Yeah.
of archery.
Alright, yeah, +2.
Both, the first one just hits.
Yay! Now I can also do the Slayer Spray damage.
But
So
the second one
that's-
definitely hits.
Oh my god, they're not wearing anything, are they?
Of course not.
They probably have a
They're
loincloth.
ogres. They got like a
might have a
loincloth
loin.
and that's it.
They
All
don't
that
even
fat
have a
is-
fancy shirt.
all that fat is in the warm winter months.
So 9. Okay, so that's 9 points for the first hit. So that is, and then 16, and that's an additional 20 points. So 29 points of damage in total from that one round because of the natural 20.
Nice.
All right, so you just fire an arrow. It hits the ogre like underneath its chin. It's like, "Ugh, ugh," and the second one just flies into its throat. It's like, just pulls it out, but you can see blood just pouring from its mouth at this point.
What a nerd.
Okay, Delson, you're up.
Okay, seeing this, I'm going to stop my concentration on the daggers.
Okay, so you just watch as the daggers just all flicker outwards to nothing.
And I'm going to now point my fingers. I'm going to put my fingers at this lovely fellow over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to Eldritch Blast it.
Okay, go ahead and roll 2 attacks. I don't think... Yeah, it doesn't have any cover, so... Go ahead and roll the attacks. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. I'm just going to roll both of them together.
That's fine. 13 points. Okay. Alright, so you just fire 2 Eldritch Blasts, just hit into either side of its flanks. It's like... Okay, so... That is your turn. It's now Neri's turn, who is no longer restrained or grappled because she broke it. And she is going to charge directly at the one that you just hit and is going to make 2 reckless attacks on it.
Oof.
So, reckless. Not great weapon master though. So...
Is she still very angry?
Oh yeah, no, she's still raging because she took damage. So, first hit is going to be, so both with an advantage, so... Yeah, so the first one hits. And that is 2, so that's 7 points of piercing damage for it. And the second one, with advantage. Yeah, both hits, so that is an additional another 6 points. The 2 ogres are looking rough at this point. Like, they're looking hurt. Okay. That is Neri's turn. Oh, no, he's actually gonna also use the bite attack. As a bonus action. Normal roll, because, yeah. Yeah, no, that'll hit as well, so that's what it did. So, yeah, gets... that much. That's right, boy. That is an additional 10 points. Oof. And you just watch as Neri just like starts stabbing into the ogre and then just lunges forward and bites out a chunk of its stomach. You can see a very deep wound now. That one in particular is looking rough. Nemesis, you're up.
Alright.
It
I'm going to
ain't ogre yet.
run here.
Let me just also... There we go. There is your weapon, your spiritual weapon as well.
Where?
It's right above
Above
you.
you.
There. So
I see nothing, Jon Snow.
It's directly above you, trust me.
I see it.
I see it.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Alright.
So that is 25 feet. You can move an additional 5 feet.
Yeah, then I'll get a little closer.
Okay, there we go. You're in range
You
of
can
the
also
ogre.
move your squad up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
bonus
I'm
action, you
aware
can-
that... Yeah, go ahead and move my weapon over here.
5, 10, 15, yeah, 20. Just 'cause that's in the way. Okay. So that's your bonus action.
You can make
Alright.
Trothar wield it.
And then I'm going to use my conquering presence on all of them.
Okay, so they need to make a wisdom saving throw, is it?
Yep, it's a wisdom save.
Oh, they are not good with wisdom. Okay, so first, what's the DC for it?
15.
So even with an extra 2 wisdom, that's 16 for the first one. Natural 1 for the second one. And then a 16 for the chain brute. So,
Alright, well, one of them is
that
very
one-
afraid of me right
yeah,
now.
that one, the one that Neri's fighting.
Alright.
Like, as you, like, just roar out a challenge towards them, the rest of you spot, for the first time, because you've never seen it before, the angelic guide of Nemesis just, like, sort of apparate behind temporarily with, almost identical pose before it fades out for a split second, before it just completely fades out. You watch as one of the ogres appear to have noticed it, whereas as the other two, they're just like,
Pretty lights.
I'll go ahead and end my turn.
okay. So, top of the round, it is now the ogre's turn. So, so one of them's frightened, so they can't attack you, or they can't go any closer to you. And any additional attacks deal are with advantage on you. Yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, then so the one that's fighting Neri is just gonna fight Neri. So that is a 2 to hit. That is gonna miss just outright. So it's just like he's just like scary. Just slams down, but Neri's able to avoid it. So that is its turn. The second one just like looks down at you, just like go, puny girl, and just slams his. He's gonna make an attack on you. What's your armor class again, Nemesis?
16, 19 with my
17
shield.
to hit.
Yay, my shield.
So are you using shield then?
Luckily, my shield will protect me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and use my reaction.
All right. So as a reaction, you raise up the shield, and there is an almighty clang as metal, this essentially is a big wooden trunk, just collides with your shield. Your knees buckle a bit, but you're able to just hold it up before you shift it away. And just the ogre's like looking at you, kind of like dumbfounded.
How dare you call me puny?
But you are.
It's happening,
Also,
ogre and ogre again.
you're on
I
fucking
feel like
ice.
Floriana, the squishy maid, should not be saying that.
Yeah.
mean, compared to
Just
you-
so
compared to them.
Where Peach is not going to factor into this, but just so you're aware there is a pivot mechanic on that because we kind of established this a bit on the broken side. But you don't need to worry about it for now. It's fine. But that's its turn. It is now the Chain Brute. He's going to... Whoops. That is not what I wanted to hold on to. That's what I want to hold. So it is going to 10, 15, 20. Seeing you in the way, it is going to use its Chain Smash attack. So, that is... With your shield up, what does your AC go up to?
19.
This 20. Not an actual 20, but 20 total. So
Alright.
I need
That definitely hits.
yeah, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Woohoo.
So
Alright,
that's wrong dice.
Ugh.
Why is that repeating itself? Is this thing just broken a bit? It might broken a bit. I'll just turn it off, turn it back on again. That works. 8. Okay.
Ooh.
You take... You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage,
There's all my temporary hit points. Goodbye.
and because you failed on the saving throw there, you are... Well, you still got your health and everything, but you have been knocked out.
Oh.
Like, the creature just,
Okay.
like, just turns around, you just see these large iron chains swing forward. The rest of you watch as it just hits Nemesis hard in the face. She spins around before she falls downwards. So you are classified as unconscious, but you still have all your health still. But your sword
Let me
vanishes.
check something real quick.
How do we fix that?
Either wait for it to regain consciousness, or she regains
Alright,
consciousness.
the sword is still there since it's not concentration.
Oh, it's not concentration? Okay, well, let me just,
Yeah, it's not concentration.
Just get
That's
it.
what I was checking.
Okay, let me just bring it back.
And my conquering presence, I think, is probably not.
That's probably a concentration.
Yeah.
Potentially. But yeah, so you are classified as unconscious, but you've still got your health and everything.
Yup.
Actually, that looks better for unconscious. Okay, so that was how much of its movement does it have left? It's still got 10 feet. So it is just going to move a further 10 feet towards the rest of you. Fortune, you're up.
I'm gonna make my way over next to Trothnar here.
Okay, so by 25.
And I'd like to attack the one that just knocked out Nemesis with my short bow.
Okay. Oh, with your short bow. Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
Oh no.
Just you kind of like fumble with the arrows and you just drop the arrow onto the ground.
Can't take an arrow to the knee.
Okay. So that's your turn.
Yep.
You got your bonus action, but that's it. Floriana, you're up.
Where is... Rough looking. Let me recheck range. I was thinking maybe cast haste. Eat. Yeah, I think I'll cast haste on Neri.
Okay.
Let me just see if I'm in range to do it from where I'm. No, I have to
You have
walk
to
up
move
a little bit.
5 feet forward.
Yeah, let's move. I'll move like right. Well,
There we go. That
like
puts you
right here. I'm gonna move like right here, so I'm close enough to cast other stuff.
Okay. So that's haste onto Neri. Alright, so that's your turn then, basically. Alright, Drofnar's turn.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go up to this thing and just like swing twice and hope something good happens.
Okay, go ahead, swing twice.
Oh,
Sling,
whoa.
sling.
It's fine. Both miss.
Yep.
Wait,
Great.
25
Thanks,
misses?
friend.
No, because it's not with
No,
advantage.
I accidentally had it on advantage.
Oh.
What's his thing?
Action surge, you
Action
mean,
surge?
where he can do, basically gains an action back. So he can take the attack action.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and try and hit it again with an action surge.
Okay, so use the action surge. Go ahead and roll another attack. 14 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 13 points. Okay.
I wanted to get one hit in.
Okay, that's Drofnar's turn.
Yup.
Gratian, you're up.
Alright.
Do the thing.
I know to do the thing. We'll shoot the marked ogre.
Okay.
Just
Go,
one.
go ahead and roll the attacks. Yep, so first one hits.
And then the second one.
Oh my
second one
God.
hits.
Nice crit.
Yep, so
I
go
am
ahead and
very-
roll damage. I'm gonna switch to that one instead, because this is just... Okay, so that's 7, that's that. Okay, so that brings it up to 11 points of damage. And that's 2, so that's another 6 points. That ogre is not looking very good. Okay, so that's your turn. Delson, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to move up 20 feet behind Fortune, and I'm going to point at the ogre that's not looking, or the marked ogre,
Yep.
And you know what I'm doing.
Eldritch Blast.
Yep. I want to shoot out its eye.
So only one of those hits, so go ahead and roll damage. 7 points. Just barely hanging on.
Does it still have its eye?
No, you pop out of it. It just like, you fired 2 from both his eyes. One of them just like misses and flies upwards. The other one hits him like right in his left eye, and you just see a spurt of blood. It's like,
Okay, that's nasty. But mission accomplished.
okay. It's now Neri's turn. So Neri is going to. Oh wait, that ogre had advantage because reckless. Oh well. So reckless again. So the first one hits, so that's 6 points of damage. That. Second hit. Again, reckless. That'll do it. So you just start seeing her just like basically start stabbing into it just constantly into its stomach. He stabs into the wound, pulls out, stabs him again and again and again until the ogre just falls backwards. You just watch as Neri just looks towards the other ogre, just murder in her eyes as she charges forward, and for her third attack, because she's hasted, she is going to do another reckless. Yeah, that'll hit too. So 8 points of damage on that one, and that'll kill that one too. So she just kind of like leaps. She actually like leaps off Nemesis' unconscious body and just stabs it directly into the ogre's chest and twists it as it just falls down with her on top of it, and she just like looks towards the last ogre, just like.
So she went ham.
Is quite perturbed. Okay.
How many attacks?
It's a bird. It's a plane. No.
How many
It's
attacks
super
can she do
snack.
with her- Well, he's did 3.
She gains an extra attack when she's hasted.
Up to 3. Nice.
Yeah, pretty sure. Let me just double check on that one.
Nice.
The action can be used to take the attack action. So yeah. So she gains an extra action. Okay. Nemesis, you are unconscious. So go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw to see if you unconscious yourself. 14, yeah. So just, you're not sure what happened. 1 second you just saw Chaintain towards you. Now you're just on the ground, and you can hear Neri just eating into something. And as you just look to your right, you can see the ogre looking in the direction of one of his brethren, just with a look of just horror on his face. But that is your turn, unfortunately.
Damn.
Yeah. But you are no longer
Okay.
unconscious.
Just kind of laying on the ground, just like.
Yeah, your face is very sore. And your neck as well. You might have got a bit of whiplash from that hit. Okay, so that
We
she
let
have a-
Coos go. My face, my beautiful face.
Does he have a
Oh, my
concussion, though?
face.
Okay, so first things first, let's see if he gets his chain attack back. He does not, so he is instead going to do a chain sweep attack instead. So, you're already prone, so I'm not sure, so I'm going to assume that... Wait, is that... Wait, hang on. Oh, that's why, frickin'. Okay. Make a dex. I need everyone within 10 feet of this guy. So that is Fortune, that is Neri. So Trofnar, Fortune, Nemesis, and Neri need to all make dexterity saving throws.
Do I have to roll with disadvantage since I'm on the ground?
No. You don't.
Okay.
Oh god, is he going to Marcia?
It'd be funny if it was actually an automatic success
And
because she's
then-
still around.
Okay,
And then
Nem got a 13, Trothnar got a nat 20.
Okay, everyone but Trofnar is going to take
It was Trothnar's liver, wasn't it?
What?
No.
I don't know how it does it, but the liver somehow giving him power.
Okay, so everyone takes 7 points of bludgeoning damage, except for Trofnar, that's reduced by half. And same thing with Neri. Neri's reduced by half because barbarians.
Is that like 3.5?
Yes, yes. You
Neri's
half it
get-
and then you round down.
You know that haste gives advantage on dexterity, right?
Okay, I'll roll it again.
All right.
I just remembered that for a second.
Luckily, Trothnar's
that.
Still fails it.
temporary hit points.
Oh well.
Okay, so everyone outside of Trofnar is knocked prone. And
I was already prone.
Yep, so you are now doubly prone. And he is going to run. So Trofnar and Nemesis can both make attacks. Nemesis, you would make it with disadvantage.
Alright. So, Trofnar attack.
Now it.
Okay, so Trofnar hits. There's that damage. Is there any chance I could use my spiritual weapon instead?
Nope, because it's not directly there, for one.
Alright. Go ahead and...
So disadvantage. That's... One sec, let me just double check on that one, because I actually think that might hit amazingly. Will it hit? That just hits, yeah. So go ahead and roll damage for Nemesis.
Wait, what happened? Did it run away? Like, I
Yeah.
think I missed something. Okay.
Okay.
He's totally flaking out.
Yeah, so you both slash into it. You hear a snap as your hammer hits in its foot, but it keeps running. So it is actually 10 feet off the off away from you guys now. Just because of how it works. Fortune, you're up.
Alright. Can I move about here?
Yep.
And we'll do the short bow one more time.
Okay. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yay, it doesn't hate me for once.
7
Right.
points. Okay.
Indeed.
No survivors.
All right. Pull your honor. You're up.
Okay. Let me recheck my range on the Ray of Frost, because that is slowing. Okay. 60 feet. Let me just move, like, over there. Yeah. I'll do Ray of Frost then.
Okay. What's the range on that?
Said 60.
Yeah. Oh, that'll
Yeah,
hit. Go
next
ahead and roll
one.
damage.
Said 60, and I moved, like, 40 feet away from me.
Yeah. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, so it does 2d8 now.
Yep, so
Okay.
roll 2d8, and then you double the damage. 14. It is looking rough, but it's still running.
And it now has a 10-foot,
Yep.
10...
10 foot less.
Yeah.
So its speed's gone from 40 to 30.
That's pretty fast for being so kind of big.
He's a big creature, longer legs.
Unlike Trotnar and his stubby legs.
Right? I was just thinking, like, there's no way I can hit this thing.
And that's why Trofnar's only got 25 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't he have hand axes you can
Can't he
throw at it?
technically throw his axe though?
Technically, if it has a ranged, like if it has a ranged amount, then yes, he can throw it.
Doesn't he have hand axes?
I think you can throw stuff without range, but
He does.
only like
He has
30
hand
feet away.
axes that have range.
Yeah.
Toss them. Toss them like you're tossing bread.
Alright, I'll go ahead and run here.
10, 15, 20, 25.
And then I'll go ahead and toss the hand axe.
So he's 25 feet away.
What?
So the giant, the oak is
Alright.
25 feet away.
Alright, yeah, that's fine.
That's within range. Okay.
No.
Oh wait. So it's past the effective range, so he has to roll with disadvantage, but it doesn't matter, that's going to miss anyway.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't even matter.
Yep. So that misses. So the axe just embeds itself in the dirt.
Fuck.
Yeah, don't worry. Niru will do it because she can run like 200 feet in a single round.
Goddamn demon all over again. No, she just lays there on the ground, just like.
Alright. Christian, you're up.
Alright, so I'll use all my movement to go all the way down.
Admittedly, your bow shoots like 200 feet away. So, yeah.
So
Yeah, but there's a limit.
15 feet puts you to the edge of the cliff.
No, toward the ogre. Sorry.
So that would be just a bit of a spiritual weapon. Okay.
Then I'll use Slayer's Prey on it.
What's
To
the
mark
range
it.
in that?
Hmm?
What's the range of that?
60 feet.
Let me just check. 10 feet. Yeah, okay, that's just within range.
Okay. And what do we normally do?
Okay,
Shoot it.
go ahead. That'll hit, and that'll hit.
Alright.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Yay! Since it's running away,
Yay, Christian.
It's
I want-
high noon.
I want the first arrow to hit it in like the calf, so it ends up on a knee,
Mm-hmm.
and the second one to hit it clean into the back of the head.
Okay, so you run forward and fire the arrow. It hits right in the back of the knee, and you just watch as the ogre just goes down onto a knee, kind of like rolls over a bit. It kind of like just shakes its head, and as it looks up to try and keep moving, the arrow just hits it right at the base of the skull. It just like stays still for a few seconds before it just slowly tumbles forward and crashes down. Okay. So, you wait for anything else to happen. Everything seems silent. So. So the battle ends.
I'm just gonna lay there for a minute.
You can't feel the side of your face from the hits.
I'm gonna go over to Nemesis and see if she's concussed or anything.
So as you get to Nemesis, you can see the entire side of her face that got hit is basically black and blue.
Well, that's nasty bruising.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Can I?
I'm gonna go over there and try and help her up. Hey, you look like me now.
I'm actually going to check her eyes to see.
Dear.
I'm actually going to give her like a. Can I try to give her like a basic medical exam to see if she's all there
Nemesis,
or
do
if
you let
something
him?
impaired?
I'll
mean-
glare at Delson, just be like, I want nothing from you right now.
It hurts to glare on the sore side of your face.
Jeez, I'm just.
Can I look over?
I was
Again,
just trying to
it's-
help.
It's if Nemesis lets you.
I would
Jesus.
much rather the child right now than you.
Jeez.
I wonder if I missed something. Oh wait, yeah, that orb thing. Yeah, that's what happened to her. And I
Yeah.
remembered like.
The
why
ogre
she's mad at
smashed her with some heavy chains.
Yeah.
She's
if
mad
you're-
because
If you're gonna let
it's
Grayson
okay
do
to
it, then
take over.
Grayson, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Huh?
If you're gonna, who's giving the medical check on that one?
I am.
Okay,
Give
go
her a
ahead.
basic medical.
Medicine check.
It's a 6.
That's gonna bruise in the morning. That bruise is gonna not get. It's gonna be a long time before that bruise gets better.
Do I happen to have any herbs?
I would say you do.
Okay.
Like you'll be able to get the worst of it gone, but that would require a medicine check. But it's not gonna just be like miraculously fine.
Let's see how it happens now.
It'll take the worst of it. Like her face is still gonna be swollen and bruised, but it's not gonna be as bad as it could be.
Yeah, I'm
but
not
as-
even gonna heal it. There's no point, really.
Yeah, but
Here's this nice
as Floriana like applies like the bombs and the various like herbal paste and such, it stings, but the pain is a lot less now.
There you go. This should help you feel better throughout the night.
Thank you.
Doesn't do anything for the headache, by the way.
Oh dear.
Can't I make her a tea of willow bark? that thing that aspirin is made out of?
You would if you had
Here's
some
here's
herbs.
aspirin tea.
You would if you had
I
the
doubt
herb
I
for
have.
it, but I'd say you wouldn't.
Do we have any
Yeah.
kern root?
Do I have any what?
Do you have any kern root left?
Kern root.
Oh, by the way,
I don't think I want to give her kern root tea.
It's gone.
Actually, I think I sold that actually, so I
So
don't
you
have
just,
it
you
anymore.
just watch the sword just like slowly go upright and just slowly make its way into the sky. Gets about 30 feet before it just fades out.
It flew off into the heavens.
Just like Gregory.
What?
It had to go. And it needed it. Spiritual weapon died on its way back to its home planet.
Hmm.
Too soon.
I'm just gonna pat Fortune on the shoulder awkwardly. Just be like, thank you as well.
You're welcome.
And then look at Delson.
I'm just going to walk away from this.
Oh no, I'm going to follow him. I'm pissed.
Also, the entire time you can just hear a light whistling coming from the bag that's got the big orb in.
God damn it, how do I turn this off?
Frickin' no.
Well, if you don't know, maybe you shouldn't have used that.
Maybe I used that because it looked like it was going to be a very bad situation and we might have needed help.
It's supposed to be used for dangers that are miles away. Not immediate danger. We would have been dead if things had gone south by the time that they got here. And it seems like that's kind of what you expect.
Look at everything that's been going on with us. Look at the people we're traveling with. Do you honestly think that we are going to be able to keep ourselves up if we keep making poor decisions like we do?
I'm well aware of the circumstances. I try to avoid getting us into trouble. But I don't see how pointing out the fact that we might die every second is going to help us.
I'm not trying to point out that we are going to die. I'm pointing out that I am. Because here's the thing. I'm not like you guys. I can't take massive amount of damage. I'm not trained in heavy armor. I don't have the protection of a god going for me.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't be here.
Maybe I shouldn't. I'm just going to walk away.
Alright. So, what about the rest of you?
Whittle my thumb.
Trofnar is going to get his hand axe back and just kind of whistle along. It's like, oh, well, that happened.
Yep, he's just there like. Neri's just feasting down on the ogres.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go collect my ball bearings and go back to sleep.
Okay.
Let's see. I mean, I agree that what happened was numb, but I think the end result was not too. Should probably try to make up with Delson. So.
I have no need to make up with him. If he thinks he's going to die and that he isn't equipped for this, then he shouldn't be here. And I'll go back to the cave.
Okay. So, who's taking second watch?
Not me, I got hit in the face.
I'll take
Trotnar
second
will
watch.
Yeah, Trotnar will take the second watch for the guys.
Okay.
Yeah, trough.
I take second watch.
Ugh, okay, I guess Trotnar is just like, I don't know.
Trofnar's looks ran out. Okay.
Rofnar sees nothing. Doesn't look like Warden does either, though.
So, you sleep through the rest of the night. Now, a lot more cautious after seeing the kind of things that inhabit the Shadow Hills.
Apparently not Trotnar.
No, not Trofnar.
He's just
under
drunk.
That, he fell asleep, basically.
That seems
Well-
appropriate for a critical one.
Essentially, the night continues. There is nothing of particular note. After about an hour or so, for yourself, Nemesis, the whistling in the bag stops, but as you check the orb, it's still glowing quite brightly, so you just place it back in the bag to snuff out the light.
Idiot.
It looks to be the main spirit orb has an auditory system, which then goes to just a visual system.
Alright.
But eventually, you go through the night, you get the full effects of a long rest, and you wake up again in a new day. So, back to the overview.
Woohoo.
So, this area is where you spent the night. And remember, each square is 1 mile of travel.
Alright. I'm not going to give a speech today. I'm just quietly annoyed.
That's fair.
Okay, so as it was before, pick a direction you want to go, and then one person makes a survival, and the person that decides it makes a survival check, and the other makes a perception check.
Who wants to be leader today?
Well, I mean, I'm always the leader, but I suppose I can listen to your ideas.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Alright, I
she's-
guess I'll try and lead for today.
Okay, which direction are you going in?
This way.
Okay, roll a d6 for me because of that survival check.
Yep.
Cry.
So you just roll 2 6s.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's good because, you know, rolling a 6 basically means that you still go in that direction. So you travel how many miles this
Oh.
way you're going?
Let's make it to the lake.
Okay,
Just
so
like right at the edge of it.
5 miles. So that's about an hour worth of travel. And who's making the perception check? Was it? Or did Nemesis already do it? No, that was Trofnar's fault.
I didn't.
Okay, who's making the?
That was for another thing.
Yeah, who's making the perception check?
God. I don't trust myself, but I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay.
I clicked on it. It's not loading.
It might be being weird again.
Okay, fine. Oh, why do I have that? Okay, it's a 21.
21. Okay. What was that? A natural 20 plus 1, or was that like just some plus
Oh,
3?
that's a nat 20.
Okay.
Sorry, I had it on disadvantage for some reason.
That's fine. I mean, it hasn't shown up for me, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I don't see it. Weird.
Oh, there we go.
Yay, my connection's been interrupted.
There we go. Now it's just snapped back.
There we
on.
go.
Yeah, there's a 20. Yeah, natural 20 and a natural 1. But yeah, that's just a normal roll. Okay, so you travel for about 2 hours, and as you do, when you go over the crest of another hill, you can see about 4 or 5 miles to your left. You can see more of these lumbering giants, but you just about see them. So you're fairly confident they can't see you.
Okay.
But they're not in your main pathway. So you keep on moving, just adjusting slightly to make absolutely sure there's no chance of them spotting you, until you get to the edge of the lake. Now, because that was a natural 20 on the perception, you, from this point, you can see on the large mountain in the distance over here. At this point, you can just about see what appears to be a cave opening. But as you also arrive, this lake is a sort of flat area. But let me just quickly sort of go through notification. So you can see a cave entrance partway up the mountain here. But you also see directly across the lake from yourself another cave entrance. Right there.
Woo. Alright.
But there's hills everywhere else, so it's a bit difficult to see.
Is there anything in the lake that we can see?
Looking into the lake, you can... The water's kind of murky, so it's difficult to see. You're
I'm
looking for
not going in
crocodiles,
there. I say that we go around to the cave.
So that'll take you an hour to traverse the side of the lake, but you don't need to make a survival check because, you know, you're kind of just traversing the lake.
Yep.
Okay, so you make your way around to the lake, and you're now at the entrance of the cave. At this point, you can see the cave is about 15 feet wide by about 10 feet high, and you can see it actually slopes downwards. Even with your dark vision, you can't see how far it goes.
Is there anything lining the cave?
No light.
I said lining, not lighting.
Oh. No, it just appears to be like a hollowed out cave. Just hollowed out cave. It's just stone as far as you can see.
Okay, then.
I'll go ahead and, I guess, cast light on my hammer.
Okay.
And I'll start walking inside.
Yay.
Okay, so you make your way downwards into this cave. It goes down for 60 feet, 100 feet, and about 120 feet, it widens out slightly and begins to curve to the right.
Do I hear anything?
Make a perception check.
No, I don't.
You don't.
Alright, I guess I'll keep going and following the path.
Yeah. So somebody goes in pretty deep.
So it goes about 120 feet before it flattens out and widens a bit more.
Sounds like quite a... Oh, for my own perception.
So,
Or do I hear anything?
So with that, just quickly checking something here. So you do. You hear. It's difficult. You can only just make it out, but you can hear coming through the cave a deep, somewhat guttural breathing, but it's very faint.
I'd imagine I can't identify any vagueness of it, could I?
No. You know it's not coming from your party members.
You know, like Neri.
It isn't trust my breathing.
No. This is sort of a growling breathing, almost.
Well, there's something in there, but
Foreboding.
growling breathing, like it's maybe asleep. Maybe. What time is it now?
It would be early afternoon. I think, let's see, 2 hours plus the hour there. So it took you 3 hours to get there. And I would say that you'd stayed a little bit later just to all get your full rest. So yeah, I'd say it's just gone into the early afternoon.
I surmise it might be asleep, but could be perfectly awake. For all
You have
we
no
know.
idea.
Don't know.
Alright, what's happening? Sorry.
There was a type of growling breathing. I was thinking it could be asleep, but it might not. There's something in the cave. Probably
Okay.
something big.
I could use thaumaturgy and shout into the cave. If it's
Oh,
sleeping,
that's
it'll be woken
horrible.
up.
We don't want, if it's asleep, we want it to stay asleep until we figure out what it is, I think.
But we
Yeah.
came here to talk to it. Might as well just wake it up.
We don't know what it is. We don't
It
know if
could
it's
be-
the thing that we came for.
Yeah, it could be a giant, I don't know, it could be a different dragon for all we know.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue on and hopefully we'll figure out what it is.
It could be a were hyena
I would
Oh.
love it if it's a were hyena.
character.
We could cut
Yeah,
the light and we could cut the light and just have the dark vision people lead. But other than that, I don't like that being able to see though.
You mean have Barnabas lead?
That's still a light source.
True.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and end my light spell though, and
Okay, you're plunged into
Kind of
darkness. Neri and Floriana are now blind.
I can always make a light if we need to be.
I'll just continue on quietly.
Okay, who's helping Neri and Floriana along though? Because they can't see.
I'll
Oh,
lead them
no.
along with my hooded lantern.
Okay.
Point to cut light.
So there's only a small amount of light available, but it's just enough that you can see. You do stumble a few times on the ground, but eventually you make your way round the corner, and you see the cave opens up. It goes 20, 40 feet high. The walls are about 60 or so feet between it, and you can see in the middle there is the coloration of the rocks changed to a brighter color, but looking further ahead, you can see it's very difficult given the lack of light, but you can see what appears to be several bits of coin and weaponry just in a pile ahead.
I'm going to look to Fortune and say, don't do anything.
Oh no.
Do we want to take a quick minute and let me try to put detect magic down? Or should I just quickly?
Do
I
the
am
detect magic.
Do we want to take a break and let me cast it, or do you want me to just cast it now?
Cast it now.
Okay, then I will cast detect magic.
You do sense a magical presence coming from that pile.
Do I
Was it
see
30?
anyone or anything, creature?
Make a perception check.
Do I have any vagueness of what it is? Like, apparently I learned School of Magic. Is I guess the
It
only
would
thing.
be. God, I don't know what it would be for that one.
Hmm.
I don't know what it would be for that one. Maybe evocation. I don't know. I can't. Obviously, without giving it away, I can't say what it is. But
Mm-hmm.
you,
I know.
you have a rough idea of it. But I can't say because I'm not too sure myself actually what that would be under. I would say
Guess
probably
if I could-
evocation.
Yeah.
Nemesis, you don't see anything, but you do hear like just some slight movement just to your left, about 40 feet away. But looking in the direction, you can't see anything there.
Okay. I guess I'll try an Arcana check, see if I can see what it is, or at least know if it's cursed. Maybe I can look to see what it is.
Well, you'd need to get close to the item.
Yeah. I'll try to get closer. Is that dangerous from the context?
You don't know.
Like,
I'm
where-
sure
where is
he
it-
can't
where-
tell you that.
Where is it compared to me? Is it like pretty close, or is it like
40
here,
feet
where, like...
to the left of you all.
Oh, wait, isn't that where the noise is coming from?
That's where the noise is coming from. The pile. Oh, the pile. You mean? Dead
Yeah.
ahead, 60 feet. Oh, dead ahead, other side of the wall, I should say. No, other side of the cave.
Okay. Hmm.
Like that's where the pile all is, just clear on the other side of the cave.
I'll just stand here and leave everyone else to decide, because I'm not gonna... for now.
Alright, I'm going to slowly walk towards the sound.
Okay.
I will follow along against my better judgment.
Just kind of give him a sneer.
I just roll my eyes at her.
I can't see, so I'm just gonna stay with... I think Fortune was it? Who was and guide us?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm guiding the two blind people.
Okay.
So you walk
I will
forward.
stare at the coins.
What was that, Gratian?
I will stare at the coins.
Okay.
It
So
feels rare that the majority of the party has dark vision. More like usually like one
walk
or
forward
two.
5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet. As you approach 20 feet, you hear a slight rumble in front of you. And you hear a voice. You can't see where it is, but you hear it go. Either desperate fools escaping the outside or warriors seeking battle. Fools nonetheless.
Do we all hear that?
You all hear that.
Okay.
Can I speak up?
Do I hear an accent?
Draconic?
It-
I wish to speak in Draconic up to this.
Okay.
We are neither. We are simply searching for knowledge.
Clearly, the fools believe that I know all. I know certain things, including that you are now in my lair.
Do you know the Umbral language?
Perhaps. And you start to hear just slight movement. It's difficult to ascertain, but as this happens, you hear the voice now to your right. But then, why would you need to know this language? What could you seek from this?
We seek to translate something we found a long time ago. We believe you are able to do such a thing.
And why should I do this?
Because we shall offer to increase your hoard with what we have on us.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Well then,
I like how that went, but
let us see your tribute.
I look to Floriana and everyone else, just like, guys. And I take out all my gold,
I mean, I can understand him.
for them to do the same.
Okay, so how much gold are you offering then, Delson?
I'm just gonna cast light on myself so I can start seeing now and walk up towards the. I guess can we tell it's the Shadow Drake maybe?
As I said, I'm motioning for everyone to pull out their gold to offer it. I'm offering everything I have on me, which is only 15 gold, 3 silver, and 7 copper right now.
I'll offer up 100 gold.
Okay.
What does a
You had
drake
that
want to do
much?
with gold?
I have more gold than he does. I think. Then again, I'm kind of saving a little bit for a special item.
You hear the Drake sort of chuckle again. I just like it. Surely you can understand. Your kind always get things just because you like how it looks.
What do you mean by the just like how it looks thing?
Gold is shiny. We like how it's shiny.
I think he means like these, and I'll pull out my sapphire earrings.
Can I also take off the necklace that I had gotten from the jewelers?
Yep. Okay. So I would say that.
We have no desire to just share it just because of an interest in at least what the knowledge we have itself. Like, you'll now, once we show you what we have, you'll also know what it is. I don't know what it is. We don't know what to translate.
There's no
Just
response.
for the
Gloria,
I don't know. I thought maybe.
shall
I mean-
you help with the tribute too?
Well, I'll take out, I guess, the coins for now then. The gold coins.
Okay. So as you place them all down, you hear the voice speak up again. So, is that all of your tribute?
Let me look at Trothnar's stuff.
I would like to think that it should be sufficient, considering that you all sufficient of interest. I mean, what do you actually have at your need for it?
I look at Florian.
Hmm.
Do you have more that you could offer?
Better yet, what do you actually want?
Perhaps that's just a riddle that he wants to answer.
There's a slight pause before before the voice speaks up again. I merely wish to see what those that wish to see me are willing to offer for their request.
I also take out half of the food I have on me.
As you're doing this, he also mentions, although anything of uniqueness, I suppose would be something I would not mind, so long as they are appealing in some way.
Can I?
Okay.
I look to Floriana and I speak to her. The pendant.
Yes, I had thought about it, but
How mad do you think Ed would be if I offered the tankard of sobriety?
Be-
Probably angry.
You're free to try.
I motion for Floriana to hand me the pendant.
Well, I can't think of an actual worst bit, so yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that the
I'll take out the necklace, what I have it listed as the necklace of stasis. Yep. Show it as an interesting item.
Is that the Pokeball necklace?
Yeah.
Yeah. That basically would be it. I think this should be an item of interest, and I will also give up the journal that we got from the person who had it.
I have no need of your literature. Nor that, as Trofnar like pulls out the tankard.
And he doesn't care about the necklace either.
No, it was strictly the journal. He didn't say anything with the necklace.
Okay.
So the necklace and the tankard, he basically has been like, no.
Okay.
What is it? Wait, he doesn't want the necklace as well, or
No,
you're
no,
just
no.
saying
He
just
doesn't want the journal,
Yep.
doesn't want the tankard.
okay?
Just
And what of this pendant?
hmm
That is indeed an interesting one, which I'll accept.
I shall give it as an offering.
No, you don't see him. You're just like putting it in a big pile in the middle here.
Mhm.
Kind of look at Gration and Fortune. I doubt Neri has anything.
You actually notice at this point, Neri has like shrunken herself down a bit more. Her, like, you know, the bit that pops up on her is now like flat against her back, and you can actually see that she's just like looking about, eyes darting left and right.
all right. Can I take off my cloak of many fashions, and with it in my hand, have it change color a few times before putting it down with the pile?
You hear a few footsteps, and then you watch as the cloak, almost by itself, just moves slightly and lift upwards. You see it move a bit before it just goes into a jet black color. And as it drops, you just hear a voice say, "Interesting."
You say that things are very interesting, but you aren't really providing us with anything else.
I am waiting to see when your tribute ends to decide. If your tribute is done, then let me think. I want whoever wants to do it, to make a persuasion check with advantage.
I'll do it.
Because,
But
with
I'll-
advantage because of the offer of the cape and everything.
I'll do it because I have +9.
Yeah, I only have +2. So.
I get proficiency bonus, so I become
I have
now.
+9 to it.
Yeah, but
I was just
With my-
saying that.
with my with my natural 7, it becomes +10.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
If
You
I have
have
a
a natural 7 in persuasion?
it is 7 now, but when I talk with dragons, it now becomes 10.
This is a drake, not a dragon.
Drake.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's still a dragon.
No,
It's a
it's a
drake.
drake.
Yeah. Let me just handle this.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's a technicality, but technically a dragon is not a drake. They're two separate species.
All right, Del, you got this.
So you
Yep.
have it with advantage.
Please, RNGesus, be on my side.
Right? Just praying.
So that's a 25.
Yeah, 25. And because of how much you've offered, which lowered the DC down, you wait 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. As the 12th minute comes around, you hear the voice speak up. What is the item that you wish translated?
I show him the journal with Umbral hole in it.
It's more you just hold it up, because you can't see it. You can't see where he is.
This journal.
Human literature, of course. Place it on the page that you want, on the bright stone in the middle.
I will go to the right stone and turn to the page that
So
have
this
umbral.
the stone is completely flat, and it's just a bright greyish color.
Mhm.
Okay. So, so when you place it, it says, "Now back away."
I follow.
Right. So you keep backing away 15 feet towards the entrance before he tells you to stop. And you just watch, almost as if he's just phased in, you now see the form of Morak. Standing before you is a large drake, standing upright at about 12 feet tall, with jet black scales on its back with a lighter grey on the underside. Its wings, which are connected to its arms, extend outwards. You can see the angular reptilian face often depicted of these creatures, with a pair of black horns, almost like in the shape of an ox, adorn his head. And you can see a pair of red, glowing eyes staring directly at all of you, with a snake-like tongue that is slowly moving from right to left, almost as if he's tasting the air. And as he exhales slightly, you see a black mist come from his nostrils. He looks down towards the paper, studies it for a few seconds, before he rears back and roars out, "Enslaver! Kinslayer! Dark Ruler!" He starts thrashing about for a few seconds before he just stops and looks up at you. "Where did you find this?"
We found it on the. It was on the person of someone we defeated.
A drow.
Walks forward again, like nudges it slightly, and then just breathes outwards. You see the black mist cover the paper for a few seconds, where it starts to shimmer in a sort of blackish, like even though it lights up, it's sort of a black spectrum color. And as he does that, he backs away, just sits down and just says, "You have your answer. Take it and leave. My kind want nothing more to do with her."
We see then. I go to the journal.
Okay, so you pick up the journal, and its structure is a lot different now compared to when you had it. Almost as if the words were undone from their umbral language and brought back as a language which you actually see is common. And I will drop.
Choose to read this.
Okay, so the final page, which was the vial, appears for you, including a symbol that replaced the old one. It's in the Discord right now, but I'm going to drag it in here just for the others. There we go.
Ooh, cool.
I just look at these names, and would I know any of these?
You would not.
Can I
Got
try?
it.
Again, like you all look at the names, but none of them sound familiar to you.
I turn to
Before
Morak
we do-
and I give a bow. I thank you for your time.
Get out of my sight. You better hope that Ispata's dogs still keep her held. just
I see.
he just glares at you.
Keep going.
Yep, I'm just leaving.
Yeah, I shall leave. And
As you're about to leave as well, just because of the persuasion check as well, you hear Morak speak out. If you are foolish to know, find those with knowledge of the dark times, and you shall truly see your foolishness. You just hear the scraping of your offerings just get moved, but he is still just unblinking, staring at you all as you leave.
I give a nod.
Alright. Guess we're gonna go back out the cave entrance.
Okay. Of all the directions you could
It's
have
a good
gone, you
thing
went
we didn't
straight
get
to
eaten.
him.
Yep.
Well, not being eaten is always a good thing.
Mhm.
I miss my
I-
coke.
I turn to everyone and I show them the things.
Things.
I'm just gonna snatch the book from him and read it.
Yeah, so it's only the last page that was translated, but it's obviously if it's on the. Wait, did I move it over there? I didn't move it over there. There we go. I'll just shift it over there for now. So that's what it looks like. It's also in the Discord.
Do I recognize any of these names?
Wait, nobody
I would
did.
say probably not. They have some religious significance, but actually, I'll make it a disadvantage. I'll say.
Alright.
But I will say that the last name, you have no clue.
Damn.
You have no clue of any of them.
He said we need to seek those who know of the dark times.
Fun thing.
Alright then. It's a shame Gregory isn't still around. He could help us. Okay. I'll just shut the book and give it back to, actually, I'll give it to Floriana.
Okay. So, okay, I'll take the book. What do you call it? Like, what'd you guys call it?
I think you guys just called it Drow Journal, didn't you?
Yeah, Drow's
Yeah.
Journal.
Okay.
So that means you've got two journals now, Dwarf Journal and Drow Journal. Unless you got rid of the Dwarf Journal.
Alright, we have a limited amount of time until Young leaves. We should head back.
Okay. So, you don't need to make a survival check because of the Outlander feats that Neri has. So she knows
Thank
the way
God
back.
for Neri.
So I just need someone to make a perception check.
Alright, I'll go ahead and make it. Woohoo.
18, so you've done 3 hours of travel. 4, 5, 6. So you can get to the outcropping before you have to finish for the day because you're not, looping about all over the place. So you can get
Alright, and then
over
how
here.
many days travel is it to Exeter?
Day and a half. Day and a half, 2 days.
Okay, and we've got 4 days until Young leaves, so that's fine.
Wasn't the other vague thing we're supposed to be doing was doing some kind of big flying thing?
We're supposed to see if we see anything like a weird, interesting flying thing. And then we're supposed to tell where we spotted it or more information. But we haven't been really good on those rolls. So,
Haven't
like,
been
if we
good on
see
the
it while we
rolls and you
pass
haven't seen
by,
anything.
cool. But
So I'll just shift that there. So
So one of the
Yes,
best
good.
thing we could say is we found a shadow drape in the Shadow Hills.
they already knew
they
about it.
already know it's there.
Yeah, I guess that is the problem in it.
Okay, so you're able to make it there. With that perception, you see the giants are a little bit closer, but because you rolled that high on your perception, you're able to avoid it.
I love how Tom says like he's grumbling.
No, it's more of a case of just because the DC gets higher and higher if they get closer, obviously.
Yeah.
And also, because of that one, as night falls, right before it starts to get too dark, you see another pack of wolves. These are a bit further away, though.
Alright. How far away are we from the little base thing? This thing?
10 miles away, but obviously because you're going the route that you know, it would be about 14 miles away. So you can travel.
Alright,
You can push yourselves to get to the rest point, but you'll have to start rolling for exhaustion.
how far away are the wolves?
They're about a mile away.
Okay, and then let me just check something real quick.
You can also make a survival check to see if you can just skip the whole additional things and only have to do 2 rolls for exhaustion if you want.
Neri can. Wasn't it that Neri can take us back to the exact path?
Yeah, but the exact path is longer
Mhm.
because you guys went that way first, and you're just following the path back.
Okay. I just needed to check the find steed thing. It says while your steed is within 1 mile of you, you can communicate telepathically. Yeah, we're not that close, so. Alright, I guess we'll just set up camp here for tonight.
Okay, make a survival check.
Alright.
Oh no, investigation check, not survival,
Oh,
because you're trying to find a cave or something.
A rock or something.
Yeah. You don't find any caves, but you do find some rocks that are in a defensible area, basically.
well, unless anyone else wants to look.
I'll look, I guess.
Okay.
Mhm.
Those rocks.
Guess I could look around.
Again, you are able to eventually find a cave that's a bit higher up, giving you a vantage point. It's a little bit away from where the rocks are, but it's basically a little bit further up the outcropping bit that's there. So it does take you about an additional 30 minutes, but you can get up to that cave.
Okay.
Okay, so you climb up to the top of the cave and check inside. No sign of anything that anything has inhabited this place, and you are able to make camp. It's big enough for all of you to fit in.
Alright.
Okay, so
Then I guess we'll go ahead and make camp.
all right, so you set up camp. Is there anything that you wish to do before you turn in for the night?
I I don't think so, but I'll take first watch and I'll make a fortune stay up with me.
I'll just read the frickin' giant alchemy book,
Okay.
or just get a little bit further through it.
Alright, so if that's the case, then Fortune and Nemesis, you can either make separate perception checks or you can give one of them advantage.
Princess, take the advantage.
Alright. And then I'm gonna talk to her while we are doing this.
Okay.
What do you think about what happened last night?
The attack or...
Delson.
Oh. Well, you guys lost a friend recently, didn't you?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
You guys lost a friend recently, didn't you?
2, actually.
Can you really blame him for not thinking he's ready to be an adventurer with that?
I understand doubts. I have doubts. But to throw it in our faces like that? To have it be a constant reminder?
You know bards, those are dramatic people.
He's pathetic, is what he is.
Yeah, he hasn't even noticed I've taken this yet, and I take out his hat from my bag.
I'll kind of give a small chuckle. Of course you took that. Are you afraid?
Surprisingly, no.
I didn't used to be. Now I'm terrified all the time.
Really? The one in the heaviest alerts everything is the one that's afraid.
As you said, I had 2 of my friends die. It made me much more aware of how everything is.
And I've lost a lot of people in my time. You don't really care too much about it the more you lose.
I think that's sad to say.
Some will still hurt more than others, but time goes on. You keep moving. They don't. You can either go join them or keep moving yourself.
Have you lost someone that you just can't move on from?
A few.
Anyone that stands out?
Well, my parents. I used to travel with an old friend. We got ambushed on the road. He didn't survive.
I see. About what happened, a few days ago. When I said that no one would marry you, I apologize for that.
You don't need to apologize, Nemesis. You weren't wrong.
Just because I wasn't wrong doesn't mean that it wasn't rude. And, I don't know. I didn't mean for it to be that way, but it seems like I hurt your feelings.
Yeah, You hit a little close to home with that one. It wasn't very pleasant.
Guess, I still need to work on being a lot nicer.
Well, instead of just insulting everybody, try giving a compliment that you actually mean.
A compliment.
Yes, you have gorgeous eyes that I get lost in. Something like that.
Yes.
Isn't that much too forward?
Sometimes it is, but it doesn't hurt to hear something nice like that.
Well, you... I like your body art.
You mean the tattoos?
Those. I haven't seen anything like it until I, left Jurahan. It's fascinating.
Well, there are more. You just have to come and find them.
What do you mean?
Well, I have more than 3.
How many?
I'll let you find that out on your own. It's more
kind of-
fun not to tell.
Kind of give her a confused look. Well, where are they?
Turning multiple more shades of purple the longer that I talk. I'm just gonna look away.
What? Did I say something wrong again?
No, not wrong.
Okay, my erasers.
Right, then. And just kind of sensing the awkwardness that's been brought upon, she'll just stay quiet.
Okay. Right then, so
Suddenly a fight.
your first watch goes through without anything happening. Who's taking the second watch?
I'll
I'll go
take
with Delson.
second.
I'll go with Delson.
Okay, so either one gets advantage or you both make your separate rolls.
Separate or advantage?
You take advantage. I'll just speak with Floriana a bit too.
That was the point.
Okay.
I'm tired. Tired of this.
Anyhow, Delson, we haven't really had much time to chat regards to what happened.
I know.
last- Mhm.
It's more than just last night. It's just been like I've been out here now for about a year, maybe 1.5, 2. I don't even remember anymore. It's just been a while. And you know that feeling when you're away from home for a long time, trying
Well-
to look for something, and then it just starts to feel like you're chasing around ghosts.
I suppose I could get a similar feeling, except for the fact that I imagine you could return home, couldn't you? If you ever decided to.
I need to now make money again, and if
Yeah.
I did,
But
what would I
Maybe.
have really? What would I really have?
Yeah.
What would I really have to look forward to? Telling my mom that that her baby girl's still out there in the world, lost and alone. Having to
But
look, having to
lost
look
them.
those who cared about her in the eyes and just be like, sorry, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I see. But
As
yeah,
much as I want to
yeah.
go back, I can't right now.
Yeah, but if you actually ever succeeded on that, then yeah, you could go back. Unfortunately, despite the fact of longing for home, I can't really ever go back in the same sense, since I had to run away from home after after a combination of origins around when my magic manifested, and I just couldn't stay home. I can't ever return and get the same childhood experience that I had had before. You have that
If you-
one.
If you don't mind me asking, can you tell me in details what exactly happened? If it's too personal, you don't need to.
Well, I had noticed my magic and tried keeping it in secret, but we were also concerned about how I didn't seem to be growing quite right, because I am older than I look. Like, looking, most people think I'm like, what, 14? Is that what you thought I was around when you first saw me? 13, 14?
12, actually.
12. But I am much older, and they got real concerned about that, and so when they, like, called the local priest to, like, examine me, they noticed all the magic and among other things that I wish to not speak about, and they just freaked out, and I had to run away from home because of that. You mentioned the thing about the loss and etc., and then Nemesis mentioned about just not being an adventurer, but we all have a reason sometimes for being an adventurer. And
That we do.
you have to look for you're looking for his sister. I just don't have anywhere to go. As I mentioned before, right before I met you guys at the Blood Pits, I got chased out of town, more or less.
It's not even just looking for her now, too. Since Evelyn fell, well, that would mean that her story's over. There's no one left to carry. There'd be no one left to carry it on for her memory. All except for the people who knew her. And well,
Indeed.
have known her longer than the rest of this group.
Yeah, I think I'd heard that you knew her before you met up with the other people here, like Nemesis and Trafnar.
I knew her back when we were on our home continent, Naza. Before then, well, she never left her temple.
So.
And she got caught up with me, my idiocy, and look where I ended up dragging her to.
See, so more of the problems with it is you blame yourself for her death. It's kind of what it just sounded like you told me.
It is my fault. If she never came with me, she'd still be... God.
You really shouldn't before. In the end, for her wanting to come was her decision. She didn't have to come with you. You didn't force her to come with you. Or if she
No.
wanted to, well, sometimes someone's dream is just to help someone else's.
And that's all she basically wanted to do. Even when she was making some poor decisions, deep down, all she really wanted was just help others out. To make sure that they would still have something to smile about. That it'd still be alright, even if she herself wasn't doing alright.
Try to perk up and live life for it is. In the end, just keep her memory alive. And that's probably one of the best things you can do, since she's gone now. I know that well.
It's all I really can do.
I could have kept.
Okay, so you hear the howls of wolves in the distance, but they're very far away, and as you listen carefully, the howling gets quieter and quieter, until eventually you see the sun begin to peek over the horizon. As you wake to a new day, that's what we're going to call it good for this session.
Whew!
What a session!
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Great job, guys.
I'm
Time to start next session with the two of them apologizing to each other.
glad that I wrote those notes because that helped a lot.
The notes.
I appreciate the fact that Fortune and Nemesis both now are up bruised faces.
Yeah.
Yay. OTP! OTP!
And you guys technically did a different kind of boss fight that time. Instead of one with weapons, it was one with words, more or less.
That was terrifying.
I was honestly scared for my life.
When
I
I
was
hit
just, I've been dreading this entire week.